A brawl is surely brewing.
Hello. Hi. How's it going? We're back. What's up, Chris? What's up, Wab? How you guys doing? Hope Speed Sprout's doing well. Hell yeah. What's up? We're back. It's 2026 and the streams have begun. It's going to be lovely. It's lovely. Think of all the possibilities we have in 2026. It's mostly going to be the same. I think. Probably. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So that was The Nightmare Before Christmas. Same old bean. I still haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas. I still haven't seen it. That's my bad. Hey Mom! Happy 2026! Yeah, I still haven't seen it. That's my bad. Probably was the better time to watch it was Christmas. I could watch it the next Halloween that's coming up. That's a good time to watch it, right? Or I should just get it out there. Watch it. Did you suggest it? When? I genuinely don't remember. When we were waiting for the clock to change. Oh yeah. I was very ill.
And you went, nah.
I was very ill, okay? That's already bad start to the new year. Not impressed. I think I said to you, Christ, you know, I'll try again in 2027. Because it's already started off not great. I've been ill as shit. It's been grim. I think I've actually had, like, the flu rather than just a cold. It lasted for ages. I'm still feeling it a little bit. I'm phlegmed up right now. It's gross. Yeah, you had a bad start too. Were you ill as well? Can't remember if you said. I feel like it should be between Halloween and Christmas. There you go. I'd already missed the window. So, it's fine. Are we finally bothered? We're here. What's happening? You kept being all mopey. I don't want to be ill anymore. That was only like the last few days. Thank you. And that's because I'd been ill since like the 29th. So I feel like that was warranted. I'm allowed to be mopey. Plus, you know, we're going back to work and shit. It's grim. Yeah, who wants to be ill? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ugh. So, we are back. What I thought, ill sneezed once. I was actually proper ill, thank you. And plus, I think, because I went and visited family for, as Mama Bean will testify, I went and visited family for Crimble after Christmas. Not actually Christmas, but after Christmas. And I just ended up not sleeping very well. I think it was a combination of I was starting to get ill and like new bed, you know. That's different sleeping environment. It meant that I think I essentially got like 5 hours sleep across 3 days. And then I started getting really ill, and then we had to get me like actual like sleep aid stuff to just conk me out. And then I actually started being okay after that. Well, not okay. I was just ill instead of having a horrible time. Then at midnight, I went to investigate explosions outside, since it's weird in the middle of the woods. That's fair. Since it was snowing, I slipped, ate shit, started sliding down the hill, and slammed right into a tree. Ah, that sucks. Are you okay? Did you break anything? Like, how is it just wounded pride, or is it actually wounded as well? You know, my snotty niece was the culprit. I will say that meant that like I've never been one to with. You can call me a bad uncle or whatever. I don't really get involved with the snotty noses that much, you know? I think this is also usually, their mum and dad is usually around to deal with the snotty noses. As soon as I was ill, you know, and they were snotting everywhere, it was like, right, we're all blowing our noses. Come on, all three of us are doing it. And then, you know, I was fine with dealing with bogeys then. But lots of just, yeah. It was before that, I just wasn't specifically eager to. But I think they snotted on me anyway. Maybe you need more sleeping practice. I'm actually doing okay now, sleep-wise. I think I've got, like... I don't know. I think part of it, though, is that, like, coming back into, like, working and stuff, it's fucking me up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because I've been ill going into it as well. But, like... yeah, it's been knocking me out, I think. I've been knackered. Horrifically so. But yeah, I've been just sleeping like flawlessly because I've been exhausted in the evenings. So you never know. I might be taking this week streaming wise like a bit easier because of that, because I'm getting back into everything. Which is, it's so weird because like I was saying to Amy that it was like, it's been like 2 weeks and it feels like I was thinking it feels like it's been a month, but I was thinking like it's probably been like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3, but it feels like I've just had a whole month off work, so I'm just like so out of my element of like going into my actual daily routine, you know, like I'm just so out of practice. Came up to stream today, it was saying the last time I streamed was precisely 14 days ago. So when I was saying that, which was like half a week ago, it hadn't even been 2 weeks. It's so bizarre. My sense of time has been so off. Like, it's nuts. Luckily, no broken bones or anything, but a sore body and hurt pride. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'm sorry, man. Hopefully hopefully the sore body passes, you know. So, what are we doing today, I hear you ask? Oh, actually, one thing. Christ, this is for everyone, but more specifically for you, Christ. One thing I have been doing while I've been back is I've been putting some time in on Vampire the Masquerade. I've actually gone back to it, which I think is a testament to how good the game is. I don't usually go back to games. If my attention gets taken off somewhere else, I usually stay gone until like a long period of time has passed. I actually came back to it now, and I've been playing the shit out of it. And I've got to... What was the last thing I did? I did 2 bosses, like, back to back. What have I done? I did the Giovanni mansion. I think I've done that. I finished all of that. Found the sarcophagus. That was past. That was like 8 minutes past midnight on January 1st. A real good start. Oh my god. So you're just as mopey as me then on the start of New Year's Day. Because I think probably at 8 minutes past, I was basically just like, I think we should go to bed. Just like, I feel gross. We were just sat there watching House, waiting for New Year's like countdown and everything. I don't know. I didn't pick any specific episodes of House. I don't know how many of you have watched House. I seem to have just picked out some of the most depressing episodes. I don't know. I just picked like a start of a season at random that I knew Amy and I had both seen, and it was just like it was so sad. Which was like it didn't. I probably should have switched to something else. It didn't set up for the most celebratory New Year's, but we were very excited when it did happen. It's an amazing game. I'm guessing it was your Tremere. It is my Tremere. I carried on with them. I didn't like respec them or anything. I don't know if you can respec, but I've like full pivoted with what I was focusing on. I think I was not putting enough in points in certain areas, and because I was playing a bunch of it like quick succession, I was burning through stuff. So like the rate at which I've been getting XP is just bolstered. Because I've been doing a bunch. Where I'd stopped was I was on the boat to investigate the sarcophagus. That's where I'd stopped. I've now finished with us having retrieved said sarcophagus and need to find a way to open it. Which, like, that sounds like I've barely done anything. There was so much between those 2 points in the game. There was so much. Because like you don't even try and grab the sarcophagus while I'm on the boat. You just figure out that it's there and then move on. But it's been so much. But yeah, I'm focusing now much more on the blood stuff, and I've beefed up my defense a bit, and you know, the game's going a bit better. There is so much, especially if you do the side stuff and explore. Yeah, it's been tough. Okay, I haven't been Googling much. I've been trying to avoid doing that because I feel like that would just spoil it for myself. But I've been trying to, because there's the Anarchs and the Camarilla. I don't want to be like a Camarilla plaything, and I want to be buddy-buddy with the Anarchs. But the way that the story goes, there's so much that could possibly put them as being like, oh, you're just one of those cammies that they say. And it's like, I've been like, I keep going back and talking to them to be like, we're still cool, right? I'm not just a Camarilla guy. We're still cool, right? But then a few of them keep on just saying, oh, just do what you're doing. You'll be fine. And then I come back and they're like, what the fuck? You're still doing Camarilla stuff? And it's like, oh, you told me to. So I think maybe I'm just missing some alternate paths. Because I'm fully going like Camarilla style. Your choice is pretty much at the end, but you can be cool with them throughout the whole game. Okay, that's fine then. I haven't missed out that much then, that's okay. Because I was scared that I was going to be like accidentally, like if there was like a rating of like how much you need to be friends with the Anarchs to go down their path or something. It felt like I've just been on the Camarilla side of like pivoting for them kind of thing. So I was worried. But yeah, that's yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. I'm gonna keep playing it. It's been a good little time. Because I think I've done, God, yeah, I've done so much. Jesus. Because I did the Chinatown area, which I bet there's a bunch of side stuff I missed there, because it feels like I kind of jumped through there. But I did a few things here and there, and did a bunch of main story stuff. But I think, yeah, I'm very happy with it. I think definitely the character I am is designed to be like a ranged attacker, and I was trying to be melee earlier on in the game, which wasn't a good idea. I've now pivoted to ranged, and it's way better. Plus, you know, I'm shooting zombies in the head, and they're just going down in one, which is lovely. So that was a lovely experience. I do like that it's like, it seemed like I stopped in the point of the game where I was kind of thinking like, it's a lot of like you versus people and versus other vampires, and it's like you have to try and deal with these other vampires without, you know, uncovering to the humans that vampires exist. And it was like, there didn't seem like that much other supernatural stuff. There's been since I've been playing in this burst of playing it, there's been so many other supernatural elements. There's like werewolves, zombies. There's like a weird, like, alternate vampire type, which is they don't drink blood, but they're basically vampires. Yeah, Tremere are literally the worst choice for melee. Yeah, I didn't realize, but there's genuinely a thing where it says, I think melee is restricted at 4. Which, like, okay, so yeah. I'm not supposed to be doing melee. But which I think is good, because there was the other playthrough I started, where my guy was an asshole, but he was all melee. So it was perfect. The first werewolf experience is a nightmare for your baby vampire. Yeah. There's all the weird little... I don't even know what they are, because I think they were created by vampires. There was that whole... There's like the flesh crafting guys, you know, those guys. And there was that whole bit where they've got like a little... It's just like these things that run around and they're just a head on legs. And they're like... And then they jump at you and try and bite you. They were weird. They're definitely supernatural. You know, haven't seen them in the wild, in real life. So... Yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's a good time. So, I was thinking, I wasn't going to jump into any specific game just yet. One thing I did want to look at for our first 2026 stream is what exactly is coming up in 2026. Because basically, I'm very bad at keeping up to date with a lot of news in terms of, like, when things are supposed to come out and all that. And I think, you know, most of the time I'm fine with it, but it is interesting to know when stuff's coming out. And I do remember, I think we did this last year, and basically there was a bunch of stuff I was looking forward to that I think all had flagged on it 2026, like TBA. So it's like we're coming up to, I think there's a bunch of games where it's like the date we were told originally was 2026. Whether that actually turns out to be true or not is a whole other matter, you know? So I'm interested to see what happens. So, that being said, I've got a list here of all the games that are coming out this year. which I think I was looking at January, and there was a few that were kind of interesting. Oh shit! Breaking the illusion. Hold on. There we go. So ignore this. It's fine. We'll have a little bit of glitching. It's the first one of the year. What's wrong with that? Yeah, those are the creation of the vampires of the Tzimisce clan. That okay. This is another thing I've been thinking throughout this playthrough. Ooh, list. Yeah. I've been thinking throughout all this playthrough just how much from playing the second Bloodlines that I didn't know about the Bloodlines universe. And I remember saying relatively early on when I was playing, I was like, I didn't realize there was other supernatural things. And then we get to a relatively early part of the game, and you have to investigate this house, and there's ghosts in it. It's like, what? What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know there was ghosts. Now I'm finding, like, there's vampires that craft, like, flesh demons. There's werewolves, obviously. There's, like, actual zombies. There's a lot of stuff. It's full to the brim of supernatural shit. It's not even just, like, the classics. Like, there's the weird, like, Asian vampires that don't drink blood. But I suppose they think they're better than normal vampires, which I still don't know all the details about them. I kind of just walked in, shot up the house, and left, you know, so. But yeah, basically, Bloodlines 1 is just so good, and we were robbed with Bloodlines 2. So, basically, I'm going to be looking through some of this is our lovely list of 2026 of all the games that could be coming out this year. I think there's a lot of sequels. There's a few that I'm kind of excited to see, and one of which that is already in the January section, which is right here. Yeah, Bloodlines is so empty, yeah. This one. I played this game. I think there's still a demo available. It's a really nice, peaceful game that is a lot of fun. I hope it's really good because the demo was lovely. It was really, really fun. So I might be playing this on stream when it comes out. Might be a good little cute one. Because I'm very amped for this. I don't know if you guys have seen it at all. Tell you what, we could, while we're here, let me get some stuff. I'll get some trailers up while we're going. Cairn game trailer. YouTube. There we go. This is it. This game was awesome. I don't want the audio. This is like very like trying to be realistic but with actually some style, and it's like a lot of inventory management and stuff from what I remember. Yeah. It is a bit of a challenge. It's a bit like QWOP for climbing, you know? It's very much you have to be... The control of the limbs is, like, purposeful. And, like, yeah. It's tough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you can just climb, run around, climb everything, and you just pick your route to do everything. And you have little piton things to stick you in, so you can, like, relax part way. I played a bit of it. There's basically, I think the demo is on this same mountain, but it's like, there's like a training mountain, and then the mountain. And the tutorial and demo is just the training mountain. You get to the top of it, and then there's a sign saying, like, welcome, you've made it to the mountain range. And then it's like, thank you for playing. Please support the game. So I'm very interested in this. This looks hard. I must play it. Yeah. Yeah, Cajun, basically vampires, but feed off the soul and life energy. Yeah, I'm very curious about how that works, basically. It's interesting. I want to, like, read into it more. But obviously I want to finish the game first. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember there's a lot of crafting. You have to make sure you're, like, eating and drinking all the time. I can't remember specifically what it is, but I think there is a multiplayer element to it. This game is very much a single player game. Better Pete got it. Yeah, exactly. This is like a single player game, but I think there is some sort of multiplayer element to it. I can't really remember. It's in the same way that like Bloodstains and Dark Souls are technically like you're playing with other people. Like there's other people's data there doing shit, Like it's not multiplayer, but there's like you see where people have been and everything. And yeah, it looks really cool. Yeah, this is kind of you have to fit all your stuff in the bag, and it's like all the things you pick up, you have to like actually fit them in there. So it's not like you have 4 inventory slots kind of thing. It is like it's kind of like Backpack Battles, which I played the shit out of. You need a multiplayer where each player controls a different limb. Oh, that's like if you turn this game into Octodad. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I haven't played Octodad in ages. God, when did that come out? That was a long time ago. But basically, yeah, this one I'm very excited for. This is coming out the end of this month. So, kind of reminds me of The Long Dark, but with climbing. Yeah, like art style-wise kind of thing. I could kind of see that. I like it. I like it. But yeah, this game's really cute. I think I got it confused with another one for a while. But yeah, I picked this up. I think it was a recommendation of a friend of mine. Picked this up and it was the demo's a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure the demo's probably still out there. I'll check if the demo is still available. Yeah, free demo. Yeah. There is a demo still. If you guys are interested in seeing what it's like before it comes out, it's there. I don't know what any of these other ones are. I do. I tell you, like, High Guard, first of all, which I'm banking this game's going to be a massive flop. This is the one that's like, people are saying it's Concord 2, essentially. They're like, it really didn't look that interesting. I recently broke and got the early access for Titan Quest 2. What's Titan Quest 2? Titan Quest 2. I haven't seen this. RPG inspired by Greek mythology. Hello. I'll bite. What's Greek mythology? What? Ew. Gross. Interesting. Oh, is it like Greek Diablo? Is that what we're talking? Diablo but mythology? Yeah, okay. Speaking my language. Fuck, that's loud. That looks sick. Yeah, I could get into this. I did go back and play Diablo. It was before like Christmas and everything. I played a bit of it again to like, because I remember I did buy it when it first came out, and I did enjoy it. I remember I think a bunch of people got pissed off at it for some reason. I don't really remember why, but it was okay. But then I saw that there was the expansion for the new classes and everything. It's like, right, you need to give us another 40 quid. And it's like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, Titan Quest 1 was Greek, Egyptian, Asian, and Norse mythology. They did all of them? They did all of those 4? Jesus Christ, that's a big... Like, picking one of them is a lot to take on. Jesus. That's really cool, though. I might actually look into this. This is kind of rad. I did not know this existed. Hell yeah. Alright. Okay. I might start making a list. Because look, we've got, people can be like, most anticipated game of 2026, and then put out, an article about that, which is fair, Go for it. That's cool. I'm making my own list of my best beans. That's Coke. Best beans. Most anticipated games of 2026. First up, we got Cairn. We've got not High Guard. Frogger turns 45 this year. Jesus. That's nuts. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and you get 2 classes. Yeah, for the Diablo thing? He's nutty. Spend 40 quid for 2 classes is extortionate. Especially considering you start with 4. Why not do 4? If you're gonna essentially be like, buy the game again, you know? That's annoying. Very annoying. Right, I don't... Street Dog BMX. If this isn't a dog riding a BMX, I'm closing the tab. Not got Star Rupture on your January list? What's Star Rupture? Star Rupture. January 6th? Wait, it's come out today? Maybe that's why it's not on the what's coming up thing. Has it actually come out today? Yeah. January 6th, 2026. I haven't seen this at all. What is this? What is this? Wait, is this... I'm liking what I'm seeing. If this is anything like... I was thinking like Satisfactory. If I can build efficiency... Satisfactory-esque. There we go. Yeah, this is very Satisfactory. Or very that... I shouldn't say it's very Satisfactory. There's so many games that are that aren't Satisfactory. Cheap too? It actually looks pretty good. Can make turrets. Okay, so this is Satisfactory with more of a combat element. What's this? What's this? Ironically, Bean is auditioning for Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't get that reference. I'm sorry. I'll watch it at some point. Does it just get nuked? Interesting. That is interesting. Okay. Okay. I like this. It's never gonna happen. He said he'd watch it during break. I don't actually remember saying that, so that's my bad. Collected a couple of jokes over the evening. Do you want to hear them? Fire away. Fire away. I'm gonna watch it. You know what? Maybe I'll watch it. Oh god, I've got so much planned. Keep having... I can't... This is the problem of Okay, you guys don't realise. Maybe you do. I don't fucking know. I've just gone from a space of time where I barely had to plan anything to... I have to plan my life again, and it's terrifying. How does a German bread say hello? Gluten Tag. Hell yes. Hell yes. Good shit. Did you get a Pikachu on a bus? Your Pokemon? Yes. You Pokemon. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like it. I like it. Hey Max! How you doing, buddy? At this point, it might be funnier to never watch it and just keep making references you don't get. It might turn into that. At this point, I'd have to kill, you know... I'm having OCD. Move down a few pixels. What do you mean? Is there a tiny gap? Oh, God. Amateur streamer. How's that? There we go. I got you. I got you, boo. There you go. Hey, Max. How you doing, buddy? Move up a single pixel. Alright, well, now I've got to... I mean, I can't say no, can I? I went up 2 just for you. So, there you go. Messing with you, though, Being, you watch it if you want and when you want. And I say makes you watch it. I do. This is the problem. Like, I genuinely think sometimes I say to people, like, oh, I do want to watch that. And then, like, time passes. They meet and talk to me again. Okay? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I do want to watch that. I'll watch it at some point. Like, I'll have to figure out a time to watch it. time passes again. The third time, they're less convinced if you say, yeah, I actually do want to watch that. I do want to watch it. I just forget the concept of that thing exists in the time when it's not right in front of me. I have the object permanence of like a 3-month-year-old, okay? I think that's the problem. What do you mean fricks your green screen? What's wrong with my green screen? My green screen's fine. Look at it. It's fine. Wait, is there actually a problem with the green screen? I don't know if there is. I spent the whole day yesterday watching all 3 Lord of the Rings. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Left arm behind you. Oh, what? This one? It's because... Okay, that is because I've moved the light. So, that is my bad. I'll give you that. There we go. Piece of shit. Fuck. There we go. There we go. That should be a bit better. There you go. Corner is black. Well, not anymore. Yeah, got it. He actually told me once that when I'm not here, he forgets I exist. Look, it's not that I forget that you exist.
Those are the words you use.
I didn't phrase it well.
That is what.
That's
you
not
said.
what it is, though.
When I'm not here, I don't exist to you.
I'm in a perpetual state of busy, okay? I keep myself busy. That's it. Whenever, and I forget to, like, I just have blinders on when it happens, which means I forget to check in with the outside world. Which is like, I don't forget that Amy exists, I just stop paying attention to things that aren't in front of me. That is my biggest flaw as a person, I feel like, is I do have blinders on almost all of the time. About something, you know? Why are you flailing your right arm when I said left? Well, because that's left on the screen, isn't it? This one? Ooh, my hand disappeared. Being as blind, big flaw. I mean, I'm not the blind one. 2020, baby. But yeah, I just forget that things. I don't. Is this the welcome back to streaming you wanted? Yeah, 100%. I had a bit of anxiety that I'd forget how to stream because in my brain, it's been so long. Just the bitch you sat on my glasses. You got them fixed for free. It's fine. Look. Okay. Also, you put it on a seat.
Yeah, but you can use your eyes. You have more vision.
At least
than
I
me.
can.
You have more vision
Did I
than
jump
me.
scare you?
Didn't get me.
Yeah, I bet I did.
That actually hurt, you dick. Ow. Yeah. Don't put them on a seat, though.
Use your fucking eyes if they work so
They
well.
They were like half under a blanket.
They were.
They were.
They weren't.
They were.
They weren't.
I remember. Because I felt terrible. When I made my latest video, I had to rewatch one of my other videos to remind myself how I do my intros. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I forgot all of... Though I have that thing, which I think everyone has. Well, like, have you ever had it when someone asks you something and you then immediately forget everything about that topic? I had that over the Christmas period. I can't remember how it came up. But we had some sort of discussion that turned to me streaming, and then you wanted to show a video.
Oh, the sausage rolls.
It was the sausage rolls, because Amy made sausage rolls, and I was bragging about how
Right.
good Amy makes sausage rolls. And then I think you got the video up of essentially me drooling over the fact I drooled on camera because I was really excited for the sausage rolls. But I had that immediate fear of like, as soon as someone brought up like my like streaming thing, and like that clip, I'd immediately forgotten like all of what I did during all those clips, which means it's like, fuck. Is this appropriate in a family setting? What if I just like go nuts for some reason and call someone a cunt when it's just like my niece is over there like, what's a cunt? And then I've thrown that live grenade into a family, you know. Terrifying. But thankfully it was just me talking about sausage rolls and then drooling over my microphone. So and a better way to do your first stream of the year. Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. So with this, I am actually interested in this. This is... I could get down with this. Because this does look like it's essentially Satisfactory, but with more of a combat element. Because you don't really have any. You said the words piss and shit in front of the knees in the first 5 minutes. In my defense, I said pissed off. And I've never thought of that as a swear. Look, okay, I think cursing... I will say that I definitely think it's like it's a what you're used to thing. Some people think crap is cursing. I don't think it's cursing. I think at some point a curse needs to be allowed. If I can't stub my toe and say crap, then what are we really doing here? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to go into a nunnery and say crap. I'll try not to. I'll probably, if I stubbed my toe in a nunnery and said crap, I would say crap because I stubbed my toe, you know. But like, you know what I mean? Because I think like she's turned into a cat. I think like it's all about what you're brought up with, and I didn't see pissed off as I didn't see that as a swear. I didn't realize I said shit. Did I actually say shit?
I'm pretty sure you said this shit pisses me off.
When?
When we were all sat at the dinner table.
No, I said they were pissed off. I said someone was pissed off about something, so I didn't say shit. My like PoE 2 supposed to be fully released this year. The early access is pretty fun so far. I've seen a bit of it. That would be interesting. I think actually, did I play a bit of it? Was there like a free weekend or something at one point? Okay, I'm putting this on the list because I have some anticipation around this. So Star Rupture. Thank you, Offline. That was a good one to add. I'm interested in Star Rupture. That's on the list. Right, is there any from here that I'm actually interested in? Code Vein 2. I don't know if any of you guys have played Code Vein. I know the lovely folks over at Game Sandwich have been. So I played a bunch of Code Vein. I did like the first one. I think I got a lot further. Basically, I'm a slut for 1, Dark Souls mechanics, 2, nice clothes. And you could do a lot of editing to your clothes and shit in Code Vein, which hopefully they still have in the second one, and hopefully they go a bit further into it, because it was a lot of fun and I spent a lot of time in there. So we actually just beat it, and I'm so ready for 2. Hell yeah. Nice. So yeah, I might try and play that when it comes out as well. It's exciting. I once accidentally said worse in front of a 2-year-old and felt awful for about a year. Yeah. I'm not... I do think this is also a thing where me streaming kind of bites me in the ass with this. I'm alone with my thoughts right now. I'm going to turn the music back on. That's better. My streaming technique, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Stance, method, is very free-flowing train of thought. There's no real thought behind it, realistically. It's just me saying the first thing that comes to mind. Style, yeah. That's not conducive to like a more censored environment. Very ADHD, thank you. But like, because I'm just saying all the shit that comes to my mind constantly while I'm streaming, that means I get more into a habit of doing that, and then suddenly it's like, right, don't say half of the words you say that on stream. And now I'm having to think like, all right, because that's the thing, is like, I genuinely think, because I said, like, it was genuinely, we were playing a board game, it was actually kind of sick, it was about owls, it was called Twit-Twoo, same bro, same, yeah, exactly. I can't remember what it was, but we just finished Poo Bingo, which I didn't realize was a thing, and that's a very fun game. It's about animals and their poo, and you have to get bingo, and it's rad. The animals and the poo are separate on the bingo board. It's pretty nice. But, I remember there's a book of animal facts as well. It's pretty sick. Anyway, we were all around a small table playing this game, which when I said someone was pissed off, which like, I think I'd even like censored myself. I'd made an effort to use up some brain fuel to be like, don't swear, said pissed off. And then like immediately saw my sister-in-law be like, oh, bit upset. And I was like, my initial response was to say shit, but I think I caught myself. But, you know, that might have been it. I might have said shit. I don't remember. But yeah, that was this. Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'm not very good at that. You know, I should never go on like public speaking or anything like that. Which, weirdly enough, this is exactly what this is probably. But very not in front of people public speaking, so it's fine. Like when people apologize for apologizing. Yeah. I swore to make up for swearing. Yeah, there was animal facts. There was animals facts. I think one of the favorites that was going around was the it's a specific type of penguin that when it needs to poop, it just rotates, lifts, poops projectile, and then sits back down. Because any other further movement means they would lose some of the heat they're developing by being all closed up together. So, constantly shitting on each other. Which, like, even, you know, no, that's fine. I was going to say, like, how are we going to say pissed off is bad, but we're there saying, you know, animals poop on each other all the time. In my mind, that's like, you know how it's like, violence, like, in films, it's like extreme violence is fine, but you can't say, like, fuck too many times. You know, it's like, where's the balance there? It's weird. Anyway, I just don't swear at all that much. I think I do want to swear less this year. I'm probably going to forget that I'm going to try and do this because it's not a hard and fast rule for me right now. But I think I do want to... There's a couple of things that I think are going to try and change in the new year. I might try and swear a bit less. Try. But I think I also need to chill out a little bit. Because last year, I think I didn't realize this until later on in the year. And I can't remember if I said about it that much. But I think with the combination of loads of stuff happening at work that was really stressing me out, and then like and then trying to keep streaming up consistently at the same time, I ended up really stressing myself out to the point that I started going grey, and now a lot of that grey is gone because I'm less stressed now than I was then, which I think I clearly need to like just chill out a little bit this year. I want to not cause premature graying, you know, stress-induced white hairs. That's not what I want to go for. So I might actually be pulling back my amount of streaming a little bit, because I've been advised that I need a full day off as like a usual, which would be a good idea, because I don't typically have one. So basically, what we're thinking is my stream schedule going forward. I'm not really talking about code, mate. My stream schedule going forward, I'm basically going to be doing... We're going to try this out. There's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I occasionally have a bonus stream on Sunday. Which will be, you know... But it's like, it's not a guarantee that I'll be streaming on Thursday. It's that, streaming on Sunday. So yeah. But I might switch it around. I just need to find a schedule that actually works for me. Because I think I was trying to go for one that's like... I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday is a good consistent schedule that I can do, but I think sometimes I was just getting a bit stressed with like everything, so I need some sort of like vent port where if stuff does get stressful, it just vents out. And I think the idea is that's going to be my Sunday, where I just chill out and try not to freak out that I'm not doing anything. Chinstrap and a few others do that. Oh, the penguins? Yeah. I didn't fancy salad. I'm sorry. I did eat some of it, actually. I ate some leaves. Thank you. Speaking of animal facts, I was thinking about posting some of my weird and wild creature facts daily. Hell yeah. I'd be into seeing that. Good shit. I love being an animal fact. Whenever, wherever. Anyway. We can go back to what we were talking about, which was Code Vein. But I want to... Should we get a trailer up? Because I am up for... I put Trazzle. Here we go. Let's get a bit of this. Here we go. Let's get a bit of this going. I mean, that's quite a cool logo. That looks like it should be on the back of a jacket for Cyberpunk.
From existence. There's only one way to prevent this tragedy.
I remember this trailer already.
They reach
Can't say why.
point of no return.
What's odd is Code Vein
I'll
2
use
is
my
single
belt.
player. Is it? Huh. That's weird. Have they just fully taken out any multiplayer part of it? I did play Code Vein 2 single player. But I really, honestly, I don't think I played it a long time ago. So I don't think I remember much about what happens
Transport
in
us
it.
back to a time before the upheaval.
I remember there's
Once we're
vestiges.
there, hopefully we can make contact with each of these legendary heroes.
I want cool customization.
Battle to save the world from.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm dreaming of.
Let's go. Wherever you go, I will always be by your side.
Nice. Actually, wait, I'm just thinking, this is a story one. Rather than a story one, can we have a gameplay one? Code Vein 2 gameplay. Oh, it looks pretty in this.
Not being cooped up.
Here we go. I want more customizable stuff.
Again, remnant that's polluting our water.
I'd love to see the ability to make and customize
It
your
may
own
be a
blood
refuge,
veil.
but
That
it's
would be
still
so
a potent
sick.
mass of energy.
I loved. Oh, there was so many. I will say the blood veils were such a cool thing. I really liked them. There was the main ones I really liked. There was one that was like a gauntlet that you like. That was really good, and the massive tail that you'd get. I really like that one too. They were rad. It was a really cool idea. If they took that further, that would be really cool. Because yeah, I think there's the whole thing with Liza P. I don't know if you played that. That was like you customize your weapons in that kind of way. If they did something similar like that, but with blood veils,
Remember me?
that'd be sick.
Lovely to
The
see
Raven
you.
fatigues, I do remember using them.
Did then, even as a vestige.
They were pretty rad.
For all I lost that day. For all you took from me. Let justice be done.
There's a lot of gold in this one. Whoa,
Today, you'll pay your dues.
cool. All right. This is looking smooth. I like it. People always want to use a big chunky ass sword. Ooh. I like the slash marks being glowy. I like that a lot. And it seems like they're staying. That's pretty cool. So do you think those are the blood veils and it's just they're white and gold now? Do you think they're like angel veils or something?
Battle. Your partner can revive you with restorative offering, but please be mindful of the cooldown. After using it,
Okay.
your partner is temporarily incapacitated and unable to assist you in battle.
Oh. Okay. Wasn't that in the one before? I remember my partner's dying a lot. Oh. Yeah, it's very... Okay, so those are the blood veils. They're just gold now. Yeah, they look different, which is why I'm hoping there's more to them in this one. Yeah, definitely.
Or harness the halberd's raw power for heavier, more devastating attacks.
I like his little speed move thing.
Weapon forme for combat, magic, and support skills that enhance or modify attacks. And bequeath forme for summoning powerful weapons to unleash devastating attacks.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I like that. Oh, so you actually summoned the weapon as well. That just stayed in that guy. That was rad. One thing I'm kind of liking that idea. If it's like, if the weapons do stay when you conjure them and they get put in there. I quite like that, especially if... It looks like, so far, they've got a lot of, like stuff you do in a fight that persists, like the slashes he was doing on them, sticking around for a little while. Like, I imagine they did just disappear. But that feels like that could be really cool, is... The start, they're, like, pristine, they're gonna fight, and then at the end, they're, like, cut up completely, and, like, they've just got summoned weapons stuck in them. That sounds like that'd be satisfying. That'd be really cool to see. What else we got?
During battle, You can switch between summoning, where your partner fights alongside you, and assimilation, where they merge with you to boost your stats and combat abilities.
Interesting. I might end up doing that. That's kind of rad. Depends how much it boosts you. Because it might just be worth it having like a if you die, never mind button, essentially. I fucking love the mouth blood veils. They were sick. Okay. I'm hyped for Code Vein 2. I'm putting that on the list. Code Vein 2. January so far has 3 games in it that are getting put through. So that's pretty good. Hound Veils were cool too. Yeah. Rad. What else have we got? Nioh 3 in February 6th. Nioh 3. I did like Nioh. It was yeah. I do. The thing that worries me about Nioh is that 2 was really good. I really liked 2, and I really liked the whole mechanic you had of being like an Oni person, and you could use like Onis to fight with and shit like that. I think I played a bit of the demo, and I don't remember how much of that was involved. I know you could use stuff you got from Onis, like their souls, I think, to then boost yourself. I don't remember how much you could use them, but yeah. It's a whole thing. I think the idea of being an Oni is cooler. I think that's just a story thing, though. It's like, I'm waiting to see how it looks. But I genuinely think I would have been so much more excited for Nioh 3 coming out if I hadn't played Rise of the Ronin, which I think was fine. Because I played Nioh 2, that was similar, like, really good combat system. Rise of the Ronin had a similar, it was like almost exactly the same combat system, but with a couple of things changed, and those couple of things that were changed just made it for me. Which I played a lot of it, and it was fine. But that's the thing, the whole of it was fine, and I think I was wanting it to be more. I think one of the most annoying things in it was, I remember in Nioh 2, you could do a bunch of stuff, and you'd use up your stamina, and then be a certain amount that you've used up that you could restore by doing a key pulse, which is like, it's a thing you time, do it perfectly, and then you get all your stamina back. And it meant that you could do like insane combos that were really cool. It felt really good. Yeah, it was just really good time. They changed that in Rise of the Ronin, where it was still in there as a concept, but it was like, I think it was essentially you restore half of the bar of what you've used, which meant that like that made it way just worse, which meant that I went into other avenues of the combat, which was stuff like it essentially meant I went from running into combat with like a couple of katanas, going dual swords, trying to cut people down, like timing everything and being like really fun and being like in the combat, to it's way better if I just shoot them in the head from a distance, you know? Which, like, that's just a less fun way to play the game. Which, like, because they made the first option of running in and being really close to the fight less fun. Which kind of just sucks. So, yeah, I'm iffy on Nioh 3 right now. What's your fears about it? Because, yeah, I'm worried, and I hope they don't give me anything to actually be worried about, you know? I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. And I think I remember another thing I really liked I'm a big old slut for customization of the characters you're being. Nioh 2 had a lot of really cool customizations. And I think there's I really like customizations in games where they clearly have a set. Let's take hairstyles for an example. They have a set of like hairstyles, but they've also split them into different pieces of there's like essentially like the bangs and like the main bit of the hair and then like a ponytail and whatever. And I remember being able, I think you could like put a different set of bangs on like a main head, and you could like basically having all the customization options split up like that meant it went from picking out from one of 10 like heads you could have to you can actually get down into the nitty gritty of it and actually make something that might feel more unique to you and what you want your character to look like, which was it's just cool. I really like that. So it's like, yeah, I hope they still have something like that. I don't know why they ditched that, but you know, because I think they still had that in Rise of the Ronin, and I remember there was like a twin situation, I think, in that game. Is that Rise of the Ronin? No. There was one where there was a twin, you could customize them both, and it was really cool. When I see a character creator, I just try to make me. I think I did that for a while, but I don't anymore. I don't make myself very much. To be perfectly honest, I make a badass looking woman. That's typically... Genuinely, I made a World of Warcraft character when I think I was like 12. There was a female blood elf with a red hair in a ponytail and green eyes, and I think I've been making that character ever since. At least some point, and they're always called Skylark. Always fucking happens. As much as I can get that person to be that person, I just picked one of the fucking essentially default, like one of the basic ass WoW characters you could create, and was like, right, that's my character I'm taking throughout all the video games I'm gonna play. I don't know why. It just stuck. I picked that and I was like, I like this one. I'll take it with me, and I haven't let it go yet. Kind of the same thing, but also with switching between samurai and ninja, which makes me think they're gonna mess with combat even more. Yeah, I do. I'm starting to remember the demo a bit more now. I couldn't remember why, but there was something about Nioh 3 that didn't feel great. I think I remember at first I was cautious about that, and then I remember, I think in like the second round of upgrades you can get, it's because it's basically, they had stances before, didn't they? And like if you switched between stances, that would count as a key pulse. Yeah, I'm starting to remember it now. And you could do that. I think they've essentially tried to shorten that into 2 types of fighting instead of separate stances, which I see what they're trying to do. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sucks. I really liked the whole stance thing because you essentially had triangle, which was heavy attacks, but it was a bit slower. Square, which was like medium speed, not as much damage, but it was better at deflecting things. And then X, which was, or like the light one, which was swift but not that much damage attacks. It was usually longer combos, and you were better at dodging, which like they all had their winning points. And it was always, I remember really liking that, specifically because you after a while, because it is by the nature of the game, because it's similar to like a Dark Souls type thing, you'd get used to the type of enemies you're fighting. And then it'd be something like a weird little imp, which is one of the ones that, if they see you, they try and jump onto you, and they do a little grapple attack where they munch on you. If you do one, like, heavy slash as they're jumping onto you, they're on the floor, and you can just finish them off. So immediately, like, right, I want to use heavy when I'm there. There's, like, a swift swordsman that comes up. You might initially think, okay, I'm going to go light to dodge this, but then you realize he's actually reasonably easy to parry. Boom. The medium option's better because you can deflect, restore a bunch of HP whilst taking a bunch of stamina whilst taking his, like, essentially stamina down, and then capitalize on it and fuck him up. And then there was a lot of them where they were like big and slow and heavy, and you were never gonna, like, you might be able to parry, but it's a big risk, and you're never gonna be able to stagger them, which meant lots of quick attacks where you could dodge out of the way. They're clearly, like, you know, orchestrated. What's the word? Telegraphed attack goes. You know, it was always the best way. So it's like, I think they felt like they needed to change that system, because I think I think when I played it, at very least, I would pick my favorite stances. I know that there was like certain ones that were better for certain enemies. I would usually end up going either mid or like heavy damage. I wouldn't touch the dodge one as much. But like, I think you're allowed to have favorites. But I feel like maybe they were kind of like, oh, people aren't going to use all the stances. Maybe we should simplify it into 2 stances. One that's like quick and jumpy and shit and does like magical and all this, and samurai, which is stopping and fighting. But like, I think that doesn't solve the problem. I feel like it's going to make it worse, where someone comes in, sees ninja samurai, says, oh, well, I don't want to be a ninja, I want to be a samurai, and then just picks the one option and sticks with it. When I think when I was playing it, they clearly wanted you to switch between the two because it would help you do stuff. Like, they did try and make it so it was an advantage that you'd switch between them. But it's, yeah. I think they've kind of shot themselves in the foot on that end a little bit, but I'm not gonna like solidly say that it's not gonna work out, obviously, because the game hasn't even come out yet and I only played the demo. So I'm interested to see, because like I only played like the beginning bit where you get the beginning part of the skill tree. It might be there's some later stuff that comes out that's like, oh my god, switching stances is so OP and I can do this really cool thing in ninja and I can do this really cool thing as a samurai. I want to do both for like different situations, so it might end up being really good. So we'll have to see. I'm probably going to end up buying it realistically, but I'll let you guys know what I think. So yeah, I think this definitely, I am interested in it, but it's a cautious optimism about it. So Nioh 3 is on the list. Nioh. Yeah, we can look at some. Oh yeah, we never actually looked at Street Dog BMX. I don't see any dogs, so I'm not interested. Sorry. Fuck it. Let's look for a trailer. Gameplay trailer for Nioh 3. Gameplay Nioh 3. Don't want open world. I mean, fuck it. We'll go open world.
Next up on the docket for September's IGN First for Nioh 3 is about 20 minutes worth of game.
Because it is... Alright, so he's going ninja style. Because he has like all the little... He has all these bits on the side, which are all his like cantrips and everything.
World. Stay tuned later in the week for my full preview as IGN First rolls on. But for now, I'll let the gameplay...
I think they have simplified it a little bit. I think... I'll have to... I don't know. I don't think this is going to give me what I want. You know? And I think... I don't know... I really didn't use the Guardian system that much at all. I can't remember why. I think there was something that made me hesitate to use it. I think it's because you can sometimes not have it. Because Nioh 2 had the whole idea that it's like collecting your souls, but basically when you die, you leave your spirit with all your souls that you had collected, essentially. I can't remember if they're called souls in this, but they're your souls. You then go back to that spot and collect your spirit. I think the fact that I could end up going into a situation where I didn't have my spirit made me not want to rely on it. That makes sense. Plus, I think when you first retrieve it, it is like a bar where you then have to fill it up again, which meant that like I just thought, oh, okay, I've got my spirit back. And then I stopped thinking about it because I need to spend time just normally fighting people. Plus, I think typically I like to just normally fight people anyway. So, I think, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get what I want from this. So that's Nioh 3. It's cautious optimism. I'm hoping it's good, but I'm not 100% sure on it. Reanimal. I think I saw some stuff around this. This is like a horror game, I think. Let's see what we got here. Reanimal. Let's get a trailer. I don't remember what this game looks like.
We know from experience what it means to be away from those we love most of all. To you living...
Remember, it's a Little Nightmares thing.
We send a message of true sympathy.
Stick together.
And to think of all the new sights you must be seeing. Adventures you must be having. us to picture the sort of life you are all leading. I know you won't forget us.
I mean, this does look like pretty
Good
cool.
night, and good luck to you all.
But to be honest, all this makes me think is that I should have played Little Nightmares 2 and 3, I think it is. I've played Little Nightmares 1, absolutely loved it, especially the ending. It was really cool. There's genuinely a song that happens at the end of that game that I think stayed in my head for maybe a month. And it's just like the... Now imagine seeing like a bearded, chubby white guy walking through the street going, you know, naturally people stepped across the street a lot, but you know, it's my burden to bear. This looks like creepy fun. Yeah. I think I am interested in this, but I probably want to do... I think I'd probably want to do the Little Nightmare games first, which I don't know if they're multiplayer or not. Do you guys know if 2 and 3 are multiplayer? Because if they are, could potentially get Amy in on this, you know? That could be a good time. Be a very good time. My first thought was to play Little Nightmares 2. Yeah, which I think that's kind of... It sucks, because, like, this is clearly they're making a new... You know, new IP from the same people, but it does look very similar to Little Nightmares. I mean, they have a style, so that it might be silly to not go with it, you know? But this looks very Little Nightmares. So, yeah, I'd wanna. Don't remember about 2, but I know 3 is co-op. Hell yeah, I thought I remembered one of them at least was co-op. So I'd definitely be up for playing that. I'd see if Amy's up for it too. She doesn't like spooky games, but I feel like this is a... It's not like... I don't think it's typically jump scary. It's more... I'd call it a thriller with, like, dustings of horror, you know? Which is... It's like... It's not... That just sounds like I'm describing horror, really, doesn't it? I'm trying to figure out a way to be like, hey, this would be fine. But I think Reanimal, I think it has my interest. You know? You know what? Why am I doing this as a... I'm doing this as a little note list. I'm gonna be a streamer boy. I'm gonna put BB's game list. There we go. I'm going to put this on the stream so you all know what I'm hopeful for. Games I like. Excited for. Can start Rupture. Can you guys type for a living? Code Vein 2, Nihon 3. And Reanimal. Reanimal's made the list. There we go. Okay. Let's move this down. This is the list so far. This is the games I'm excited for. Okay? It's good. It's a good time. Okay. I'll disappear this for now. I'll just show it when I'm typing on it. That'll be much easier. See, I'm learning how to be a streamer again. It's lovely. What else was there? Reanimal's on the list. My Hero Academia, All's Justice. Are you any of you guys a MHA fan? I'd try Titan Quest 1 first, if you're still thinking about it. 2 as well. Ooh. Wait, when was 2 coming out? Or is it out? Is it already out? Or is this like later in the year? I do not care for MHA. That's fair. That's fair. I think I watched it's late for 2026. That's fair. Okay. Maybe I will try it out then. I don't think it might end up that I just play the second one. I think because I've already got my Diablo Freecon. You know what I mean? So I think the way I know myself reasonably well. I've known him all my life, you know? And I feel like if I then played a Diablo-like game, when the second one comes out, I definitely won't play it because I'll already be burnt out on it. You know? I couldn't get past the first 2 seasons of MHA. Couldn't stand the main character and cast. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. Yeah. There's some really cool moments in My Hero Academia that I really like. I think I said this to Amy, that because Amy hasn't watched that much anime, and I was like, MHA is one, but I think we watched a couple of episodes, and I was immediately like, if you don't like it, we're not going to watch it, because it's like, I like the moments that I like, and I think if I had to watch the whole thing again, I'd have only done it if Amy was interested. I was not up to. I wouldn't just be watching it on my own, because it's like, it's a bit of an effort, to be honest. Whew. Resident Evil Requiem. Have you guys played the Styx games at all? Also, what's Demon Tides? I think I've seen this. I don't think I was interested. But Resident Evil Requiem. I'm getting the feeling for Resident Evil. I was looking up the Resident Evil 1 intro. Okay, I don't know why. Resident Evil Requiem. I haven't heard the name Styx in forever. I got the first one for free, and I hated it. And I think it was the first one. Actually, I don't know. Here he is. Oh wait, this is just the Nvidia DLSS trailer? Where's the fucking... Give me the actual trailer. That was short. The reveal. This is more like it. Look how bright and shiny it is.
Sir.
Look how far the hair's come since Resident Evil 7, you know? It's beautiful. Look at that hair! You can't say the same for him. Actually, no! Actually, I take that fucking back. Look at his hair! Look at that! Look how good that looks! That's sick! See his bald stubble.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My
Hell
office.
yes. FBI.
Coming.
Bad security. You gotta lock your PC. Terrible. How is she in the FBI? Bad security.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Where's Leon? I want Leon.
Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
He's not here. He's not here. Can't see him.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Can I just say, death of a mother, 8 years isn't that long. I don't think that's that long. To be like, right, it's been 8 years, get over it, go to where your mum died, that's kind of fucked up, isn't it? This is messed up.
Grace.
Yeah, it's really not.
What is this? Hey! Help!
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for.
There we go.
Special
This
one.
guy.
The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
All these strange
Did I
deaths.
jump scare you?
Not
Yeah,
quite.
I bet I did.
How you doing, Maniac? What's up, buddy?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
There it is. The police station.
Stay away from that!
Hell yeah. Gotta have some gross teeth in there. Good shit. I'm ready. Now this, I am excited for. February. Now, I know what I'm doing end of February. You know? I'm sorted end of February. Hell yeah. Right. Where is it? I did this properly. Bean's game list. Bean's gamer list. Right. R-E Rec. How do you Requiem? There you go. That's how you spell it. Gonna have to play at least one Resident Evil game. And I'm not looking forward to it. Ooh. Okay. They are good. They are so fun. They are. I will say, you've seen a bit of Speed playing some of them, haven't you? I think you were watching when she was playing 7. I think that's probably the scariest, I'd say. Early on, 7 is probably the most tense I've been playing a Resident Evil game. I think Resident Evil, I'm watching Speed play 1 now. Perfect. I think Resident Evil, you get to a point where you fight back reasonably quickly, and then it becomes more thriller with resource management, in my mind. So, like, in terms of a scary game, some are more actiony than others. So, if you were going to play 1, you could pick your moment pretty nicely. I think, well, it's probably a good one to start with. I'm not sure which would be best. Yes, but I'm much more of a wimp than you. I think you'd be okay. I think... I'm trying to think which would be... Because have you played any Resident Evil games? Like, this would be your first, right? I'm wondering which would be the best to start with. 5 and 6 are all action, no horror. 4 is a perfect mix of both. Yeah, 5 and 6 are also... If I was trying to get someone to like the Resident Evil franchise, I wouldn't tell them to pick them. 4 is a great start for some horror than action. Yeah. I don't know why my mind first went to the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I think there's a chunk of horror. I think the biggest thing about Resident Evil 2 is there's a large portion of the game where you are being followed continuously, which is quite scary, I guess. So that probably isn't the best pick. I'm going to start or just play number 1, same with Silent Hill. Ooh, okay. Number 1 is pretty heavy on the puzzles. I'd say the scariest part about it is the camera. That is the scariest part of the game. So you gotta get used to tank controls. It's a lot to get used to. They still haven't remade 1. Like, done the full remake for 1. I know they did a remaster. I don't think they've remade 1, have they? Like, where they rebuilt it from the ground up. I think they started doing that with 2, and then carried on to 3, and 4. Yeah. 5 and 6 are only there if you want to be dedicated Resident Evil fan. Yeah, exactly. Or if you have someone to buddy up with, and you just take the piss out of the Resident Evil franchise. That's... Me and my brother played 5 and 6, and that was genuinely some of the most fun co-op time I've ever played. I think me and him did have a tendency to play some terrible games, though. I went back and... my mum has my old Xbox 360, hooked up to her TV, and I went on it. I was, first of all, desperate to see if she had Real Steel downloaded on it and had the full game on it, because I fucking loved that game and it was so much fun. But I was also just looking at what was still installed on it, and one of them was this game that I can't remember. I think it's called Cursed Crusade, and it's really not that good. It had some like quite cool basic combat elements, but like the rest of it wasn't that good. But I remember me and my brother playing the crap out of that game, and it was pretty fun. Speaking of remakes, I so badly want remakes of the Army of Two series. Yeah. I only ever played the demo of that. It was that, I remember there was two, I think, franchises that came out around the same time, and they were like heavy on, there was just a period of time where it was heavy on 2-player co-ops, like going out. And I think it was Army of Two, and was it Kane and Lynch? I think it was Kane and Lynch. Is that the other one? I think that was another where it was like 2-player, gritty, 2-player thing. Kane and Lynch. Yeah. I think this was also co-op. But I think I only played the sequel, which was, I had a habit of doing that. I've checked my list. There's a few horror titles on there. Ooh, what are the horror ones you got? What have you got? Dish. I want to see. But yeah, very excited for Resident Evil Requiem. Very excited for that. Totally forgot Kane and Lynch existed. Exact. Alien Isolation. Okay. If you can handle Alien Isolation, you can handle any Resident Evil game. I promise you that. Alien Isolate. Okay, I think. I know. I think you had to stop. House of the Dead. Oh, House of the Dead isn't scary. Horror themes, but it's not particularly scary. Well, now I'm nervous about Alien Isolation. I think, to be fair to you, I would warn that that's quite a scary game. It's very tense. Very tense. It's a very... Actually, to be fair, I'd say more than anything, it's a very tense game. I think that's one game where I've needed to stand up and stretch more than any other game I've played. Because you just tense up. You know? If you want to get into a horror game with no jump scares, Darkwood is an amazing game. I started playing that, I think, before we left for Christmas. And it was... I was playing a bit of it, but then I think I think I played for a couple of hours and then was like, shit, I should probably go to bed. Because we were going somewhere the next day, so I actually had to go to bed. At some point, I'll tidy up the list and send it to you. Nice! I will say, weird admitted, saw you were playing, I think you were playing BioShock earlier. That's very exciting. And I've seen the list that you've like got recently. You've got some incredible games ahead of you. Some incredible games. Like, not even just like on a horror basis, but just on a playing good games basis. You've got some incredible games ahead. So I remember you showed me it was the Batman Arkham series, which I really loved. I liked all of them. I played the Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City arenas to death. I played a bit of them in Arkham Knight, but you know, you can always send a horror list if need be. I think the one I sent Bean is still up. I think that is, yeah, that's on there, and that was a good list. There was, I remember on that list you gave me, it was a bunch that I'd already played. A bunch that I then played that were really good. I think there's a few that I still haven't touched. Played the first 2 Arkham games, but not finished them. The first 2 are really good. I think the second one is probably everyone's favourite, I'd probably say. I've got a list of at least 200 games to stream. I do not need more. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah, I think I've lost track of all the games I want to stream. I will say, for January of 2026, I think the focus is going to be on Expedition 33, and I also want... I don't know if I will end up playing... It depends how quickly I get through Expedition, but I'm going to be playing Bloodlines in my free time, and if I finish Expedition 33, I might end up playing some of it on stream. I think also me and some friends are still. There was a few of us were playing Satisfaction. I think there's another one of our friends that's going to be playing, and we might be starting again. Because I think, genuinely, there were so many people giving us advice at the start of when we were playing Satisfactory. Did I say Satisfaction earlier? I don't remember. We were playing Satisfactory, so many people were giving us advice, and it was all good advice, and I think what I said repeatedly was, we're going to make our own mistakes, it's fine. We've now made those mistakes and reached the conclusion that a lot of... We've, on our own, reached the conclusion that was already being said to us of how to keep everything tidy. So I think now we want to start again. And have everything be tidy. So I think that is the plan. It's gonna be good. Monster Hunter Stories 3. Fatal Frame 2. Speaking of scary games, Fatal Frame 2. That's I think in my brain, whenever I've thought of like older scary games, it's always been Silent Hill. Wait a minute. Did you say you've played Silent Hill? Because if you've played a Silent Hill, you could definitely play a Resident Evil. I swear down. If you've played a Silent Hill, I would not worry about a Resident Evil. I think you're all good, if that's the case. That's the one I was telling you about to wait for the remake. You got Satisfactory on console, right? I've got it on PC. I'm afraid. I've had it on on PC for ages. I was like, hey Griff, how you doing, buddy? Buddy. Oh, based. Yeah. PC, boy. What, have you got it on PC? Wait, how many people can you have in a fucking... Can I increase the player count if I decide to buy it? I'm persisting. Nice. Yeah. Be up for that. Hell yeah. Because I think at the moment we've got... It was me, George, and Lee. We made an area. I think it's pretty easy to increase. It probably is. I can imagine it's fine. We made a base. We ended up making several bases. And I think now we're starting again. And now it's going to be me, George, Lee, Amanda. I might see if my friend James is up for it as well. And if Griff, if you get it, then there you go. More to add. Hell yeah. So... Has this got anything out about it? We're already reaching March, which might mean we're getting to the area of shit ain't got vids or anything out recently. Remake. Trailer. Me and Rachel are pretty deep into Subnautica right now. We'll probably stick with that for... Subnautica is so sick. I do not blame you. I love Subnautica. I played for about 10 minutes. Oh wait, when's Subnautica 2 coming out? Hold on. When's Subnautica 2 coming out? That's... I mean... it's probably fair to say Subnautica 2 is dead in the water, right? When's it supposed to happen? Multiplayer mod is insanely good. I can imagine that game's so fun. I remember there was a lot of cool... 2026? Because this is meant to be multiplayer by default, right? I do not have faith in this. Yeah. No, we're boycotting Subnautica 2? Yeah, that is fair. Because didn't they essentially... There's some just very grim business decisions on that one, where they've just screwed over the developers, right? I think I've learned and forgotten the story of Subnautica 2 like 3 or 4 times at this point. But I did play the second Subnautica. I can't remember if I finished saying, recently while I was ill. And I think I played a couple of hours of it and then I fell asleep because I had the flu. But it was cool because I remember Subnautica 1 I think is the best one and will probably stay like that forever. So I think it's fair that you're playing Subnautica 1. I like it a lot. Yeah. It's really good. I think the fucking just Cyclops, having a big ass submarine base thing is so cool. And the concept of like having to go dark and quiet when something's coming near is fucking rad. I loved doing that and it made it so tense and it was so cool. We just made the Cyclops. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Multiplayer mod for 1 can have as many people as you want. Hell yeah. Yeah. Cyclops is so cool. I can't imagine that. I bet you can build up a base so much quicker with 2 people compared to 1. You could probably double it. Double the speed, I imagine. Yeah. I think I made like a base. Like an okay base in Subnautica, the sequel, and then stopped playing because I fell asleep. Yeah, but you need to double the resources. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you could probably have one person be a builder, one person be a fetcher, and then swap when you're getting bored, you know. Oh, I love this game. What, Fatal Frame or Subnautica? So, hey, Aqua, how you doing? How's things? I've never played a Fatal Frame game, so I could wait until this to play my first. Yeah. Never actually played any.
I've heard about this place. A long time ago, there was a village here that disappeared during a festival. And people who get lost in the woods are called to the village. Do you think this is... What happened?
The ritual will begin soon.
Everyone's dead. Mia, no. Stay back. Run away. Fatal Frame 2. Crimson Butterfly. Remake.
I like that they read out remake. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems pretty weeby. What gave you that impression? I don't know what you mean. Every frame a weeb. Start that as a contest. I've played them all. I will say you don't really need to play any others except this one. Yeah. Just a vibe, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. I like me some weeb shit every now and again. You know? We were talking about Code Vein earlier. That's pretty weeby. I want to stab a Dark Souls-like enemy with a blood tail. Okay? And they've made a game for it. I didn't know I wanted it until they made the game. And then, fuck yeah. Yeah, I am interested in playing. Because I think I watched Sappy Guppy play Fatal Frame game. And it looked pretty good. I do love me my anime souls. Exactly. We were looking at the trailer for the sequel earlier. It was looking pretty good. I got outside the map in Guild Wars 2. God damn. I haven't played Guild Wars 2 in so long. I remember being blown away at there being an MMO that had a dodge mechanic. That wasn't just a chance-based thing. That you could actually jump out of the way of stuff. That's sick. How you doing, Maniac? How's life outside the map? Okay, so I think this goes on the list. I think I'm excited for this. Fatal Frame 2 remake. Also, they've kind of stopped. Well, I had caps lock on apparently. They've kind of stopped the whole thing of reading out game titles. You know? I remember that happened every Resident Evil. And then this Fatal Frame. So they, you know, click start on Dark Souls and it goes Dark Souls 2. Why not? You know? When Guild Wars 2 became free to play, I tried to like link my Steam account to my old account, but couldn't work. So basically I had to start a new character. Didn't last because it made me sad. I could see that just killing it. Yeah. Like that would probably get me as well. Oof. You know what? I think I used to play a lot of MMOs way back when. Because I think genuinely, I think the first multiplayer game I played, which this isn't that surprising considering the time it came out. Because first multiplayer game I played was World of Warcraft. And I played it with my family. It was a great fucking time. I then was like, wait, multiplayer's a thing. People are just out there doing shit. I played the Star Wars MMO. I played Rift when it first came out, when it was like early coming out. I played the shit out of DC Universe Online, which I recently went back. All my characters are still there, doing their weird shit. I had a person made of metal that goes at the speed of light. It's dope. They're powered by a nuclear reactor. It's cool as shit. Bunch of enemies who die in one hit since they're supposed to be for show. Not attackable. No XP or drops though. At least you can say you killed them. Bragging rights. Hell yeah. I go FK a bit and come back to see a game we didn't know about now suddenly on an Excite list. Well, yeah, it looked cool. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Star Rupture? It looked rad as shit. So yeah, I'm excited for it. How do you think excitement starts? We do need to give Dune a good shake at some point as well, TBH. Yeah. I definitely want to go back to that. Because I didn't get everything from that. I wanted to play more. I don't play it through Steam, just use its launcher. That's fair. Still looking forward to Pragmata. What's Pragmata? I haven't seen that. My first one was good old RuneScape. I never played RuneScape. Well, I did. But I when it was first coming out and everything and people were going nuts for it, I never played it. And it wasn't until some friends were like, come on, you go. And I was like, fine. But then at that point, like if you're getting dragged into an experience, you instantly enjoy it less. Me telling you about shit, obviously. Exactly. Yeah, DC Universe was based. DC Universe was sick. It's unfortunately exactly the same as it was. So like by today's standards, it's a bit less, you know. But that is like just boiled down dose of nostalgia for me. Just straight in the veins. It's beautiful. And it's still just there ticking away. Oh, the N64 console is still available for purchase. Ooh. I need to. I can't spend money for a little bit, I think. I need to hold back. New Year, same bean? What if I want new bean? Hey, Captain. How you doing? Sadly, it's still me. After all that's happened, it's still me. How you doing? Yeah, we're just going through, for everyone that's come in, we're just going through the games of 2026. We're looking ahead to see what might come out this year and what we're excited at. So far, I have this list of games I'm excited for. I've got Cairn, which was a game, I think, Griff, you put me onto that when there was a demo out. And I think the demo's still out. I played it and it was cool. That's coming out this January. I think in a few days, to be fair. Star Rupture, which looks like it's basically Satisfactory with more of a combat focus, which looks pretty fucking cool. Code Vein 2, Neo 3, and Fatal Frame 2. We got some good weeby goodness going on right there. I heard Logan might come out this year. What? Reanimal is on the list, but I think that's probably the loosest one on the list because I've played Little Nightmares 1. I really enjoyed it. We watched the Reanimal trailer, and all it made me think is that I need to play Little Nightmares 2 and 3, which, you know, I wasn't that excited for the actual game. I was just thinking I should go play those ones. You know what I mean? So it's probably the loosest one on there. Yeah, the analog 3D thing. Yeah. I mean, I could probably, you know, that's the thing is I keep thinking like there's birthdays in the beginning of the year plus Christmas. I keep thinking that I can just spend money, but I should probably hold back. You know? It's intense. What else we got? Yeah, Fatal Frame, we were just looking at, and it does look cool. I've never played a Fatal Frame game, but I do want to. I've been seeing people buy a bunch. You probably want to, like, grab a thingy to load games onto it. But on the analog 3D thing. And of course, yeah, Resident Evil Requiem. I'm very excited for that. What else we got? Oh, fuck me, that's bright. Oh yeah, 007. What's Screamer? Oh, we can close all these now. We got the 007 game. We got Screamer. I remember now. I remember like I think this is stuck in my brain as remember this happened, and this is essentially it looked like an anime. Like, most of the trailer was about an anime story, but I think this is essentially just a Need for Speed game with some anime scenes chucked in between, which I'm not that much of a racing game fan, so... The last racing games I played and really enjoyed were Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2. That was mostly for the soundtrack. How's it going?
There's a new Professor Layton coming out this year.
Is it when? Ooh, what time of year?
I don't know. It just says
That's exciting.
2026.
2026. New Professor Layton. It's happening. What else we got? 007. Need for Speed Underground 2 was so amazing. Hell yeah. How much money do you think they spent on the Underground series of just licensing music? There was some good shit on there. I fucking loved it. Someone was going to buy me the Analog 3D for Christmas. Then I reminded them I already own 4 and 64s. Damn. Length of them still being available is suggesting to me they may not do another run. It'll be quite some time before they do another. Can confirm Evercard does work for it. So no need to jailbreak firmware for it yet. Yeah, I fucking love the Need for Speed Underground series. I don't think I've really played any racing games since then. I can't. Maybe Burnout. When did they come out in correlation to each other? I don't remember. I think Burnout, was it Paradise City? I can't remember. 007 First Light. Let's have a look at some gameplay. Just actual gameplay, or just
what are we waiting for?
Talking about gameplay. There's some gameplay in here.
First Light is an action-packed
Of the LSS4, everything from multi-frame generation to super resolution is...
This one instead. There we go. That's better. It's just Uncharted with 007. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm up for another Uncharted-esque.
Iceland.
What he did was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
It's got quite a long neck.
Them all. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target.
I don't know. I think in some of the shots he looked like he did. Maybe he doesn't. But maybe that. Then again, maybe that's why he's wearing so many turtlenecks. This is 34 minutes long. Sweet Jesus. As long as it feels like 007, I'm fine.
Don't give him.
It's just an Uncharted copy. Yeah, that's fair.
Really brings out your cheekbones.
Okay, he needs to be right. This is a very important thing. For Bond, he needs to be a little quippy, okay? But not Marvel quippy, where he's quirky quippy. He just needs to be quippy, okay? They don't even have to be that clever. Hitman people, wasn't it? Oh, what, they made it? Yeah, IO Interactive, yeah. I trust them with it. If anyone was gonna
Take a left up ahead, James.
be creating it.
Backseat driver.
What's that, darling?
Just a frog in my throat.
Don't know how I feel about this. To be fair, actually, thinking about it, this makes a lot of sense for a hitman. Look, he's already in an outfit.
No harm in stretching my legs. Bond, reporting suspicious behavior.
009?
No, one of the hotel staff.
They hired our resident gremlin and didn't even give me an interview, so I don't know how I feel about the company. I mean, I've played their games and I like what they've done with Hitman.
Bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
He had to be there. It was odd. I'm gonna check it out.
You will not.
This feels...
009 is our only priority. Stay at your post, James. That's an order.
Yes, Mom.
Already... Oh, he made some good films, though, Type Energy. What? Yeah, but that's like... What's his crime in this? They didn't give you an interview? I didn't get an interview from Rockstar. So, fuck Rockstar. Yeah, I said it. GTA 6 is dog shit. Yeah. Everyone bound together.
They had poor taste, if you ask me, and got what they deserved.
Pardon me? Need to see a man about a bag.
Okay.
Missed him.
Afternoon, sir. Staff and press only.
Oh, damn. Forgot my press badge.
You're not the first.
Skip around. See what people wanted. Alright. Yeah, no arguments from me. That's fair. That's fair. Jumping out of an aeroplane to get a parachute. It's feeling quite Bondy. There's a lot of bondage in this. License to Kill. Oh, is that like... Interesting. I was gonna say, that's clearly... I've had that happen so many fucking times. I just want to shoot the explosive thing behind a guy that runs across. You end up wasting bullets on him. Okay, I will say, this, in my mind, this feels pretty James Bond. But, again, this is like this is someone running through it exactly how they want to, so... Whether it actually feels like it when you're playing throughout the whole game, I don't know. I like that this is kind of set up to be a watch-ish, even though it's like a compass and all this shit, like the actual UI. Makes sense. I'm hopeful for it. I'm staying hopeful. I'm going to add it to Big Beans Games. 007 game. There we go. What was it called? First Light. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Alright. What else have we got? I'm not recognizing a lot. Yeah. Dynasty Warriors. I played... There's a bunch of Dynasty Warriors. No Hytale? Is that coming out in March? What's Hytale? Or has it already been? You might be filling in the blanks that we're clearly missing from this list. So what's Hytale? I'm getting it no matter what, unless it doesn't work. That's fair. That's fair. I'm very curious about it. What is this? I don't know what this is. Hytale Revealed World Generation version 2. Is this it? It's that overhyped Minecraft that then got cancelled.
Hytale is nearly 1 week away from launch, and the developers have just shared their biggest blog post yet, finally breaking down World Gen V.
This ain't making it. I'll tell you that much. That ain't making it. I'm sorry. The Diablo thing. There's the new Diablo. Not interested. Invincible fighting game. It's kind of cool. Lego Batman. GTA 6. Dead game already. Phantom Blade 0. What's Phantom Blade? That rings a bell. What is Phantom Blade? Should it ring a bell? Or am I thinking of something else? This looks kind of cool. Minecraft RPG made by people who made a bunch of Minecraft mods. That is cool. I think just... I don't get into Minecraft that much, you know? Death Stranding should be close. Is Phantom Blade finally releasing? Looks like it's late this year, apparently. There's been a lot of babies cradled. I've said this last time we looked at this. Hold on, we've already... I said the exact same thing earlier, because this came out during the fucking...
No one goes near that place, at least not anymore, but you.
Game Awards. That was it. Knew about this game for almost 6 years. Jesus. This is what I'm scared of. I'm worried that, because like, this is why I'm very much not excited for the Star Wars game that was announced. Was it Fate of the Old Republic? I'm not ready to hear anything about that, because it's just so far off in the future. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Just tell me when the game's gonna come out. I'll be excited then, you know? I'm happy. Look, if I find out about it for the first time a year before it comes out, I can handle that. If I'm finding out about it 5 years before it's going to come out, I don't want to fucking know. I don't want to know. I just don't. Miss the days of Shadow Drop. Yeah, 100%. Remember how much of a swell of fucking this is so cool that caused? Whenever that happened, it was so good. Toodles Poodles, time for me to head out. Hugs and kisses. Much love, Christ. See you again soon, my love. Enjoy yourself.
I knew it.
So this is
You'd never break
a mix of
so easily.
gameplay and cinematics. All the gameplay is
Why did you come
cinematics.
back?
The Order's blades are coming. They failed once, but they won't fail again.
That looks so sick. That looks dope. That looks dope. You gotta say. For me, I found roughly that around 4 years is where I can stay hyped for a game. Past that, I don't care. Silksong fully lost me by the time it released. That's the thing, though. Is like I think that wasn't even the developer's fault, though, was it? I will say, okay. I think that they said when they were starting development on it and everything. I feel like you don't need that. That's kind of shit. Most of the stuff that I was hearing consistently with Silksong was people that are fans of it going nuts over it, which I was very comfortable like, and then nothing like came up until what was it, the Nintendo Switch announcement where they showed like a 15 seconds or something of Silksong gameplay, and people were like, what the fuck is actually happening? And like, weren't they pretty quiet about their development? Which, like, I will say 100% agree with the whole thing of like, you don't need to tell us when you start development, because the amount of games that have started development and then immediately or like somewhere down the line die, I don't want my little heart broken. Okay, I'm not interested. I'm already bored with GTA 6. GTA 6 is a dead game. I stand by this. It's a dead game, okay? It's already dead. It's already dead. It's already going to be dead when it comes out in 2027. I know they say it's coming out at the end of this year, but is that true? Who knows? Like, I guess they can't do it because they need continued investor money to carry on these days, but damn, it was so cool to see a new thing and hear, and it's available now! Yeah. Yeah. It sucks that it's like, it's so... There's the whole thing recently. I was thinking about one of the things to do today, if we had enough time, is because I was also going to look at films that are coming out in 2026. But I was going to mark down every single one that's an already existing IP versus non-existent, like a new IP. So anything that's a remake or a sequel gets marked down in one column. Anything that's brand new gets marked down in the other. And see, even if it's a 50-50 split, that's grim. It should be more weighted towards new IP, in my opinion. We don't need that many fucking sequels. We don't need another, like, Wuthering Heights. People do that. Leave that to the theater. It's probably way better, you know? We don't need another Scream film. Scream, I think, is even one I'm gonna shit on that less, because I think there's so many of them at this point. There's even a series. But it's like, fuck it. Might as well. But there's so many. There's like, I just want new stuff, you know? They started development, and a reason I heard they took a long time to develop it was because they had too much fun with it. Yeah, I heard that too. And they had to like say that there's a point where they should stop, basically. Fucking GTA 6, I'm tired of seeing it all over Reddit. Yeah, I'm done with GTA 6. I'm not interested in the slightest. I feel like it's gonna have the fucking... It's gonna have the Cyberpunk problem as well, where it's gonna be released and like at this point where people are going to be going nuts over it. And it's like, I remember when like Cyberpunk was being hyped up and people were talking about it like, I found a game that's gonna like cure every disease that will ever exist. It's Cyberpunk 2077. And then it came out, and then it was like quite buggy, and then they made it worse with a patch, and then just got so much hate, you know. Don't know what you're talking about. Give me another Freddy, Jason, or Scream, and I'll be hype. How about another Freddy versus Jason? How about that? You want that? We can make that happen. Let's do that. Kingdom Hearts 3 and even Kingdom Hearts 4 were announced too early. Kingdom Hearts 3 nearly lost me from the wait alone. But then it turned out to not to be not a massively great game compared to the others anyway. I haven't played. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and stopped. And then I was talking to Dizzy Great Spells, who's another great streamer. I say another, because, you know, I'm obviously great. But I was talking to Dizzy Great Spells about I might play the Kingdom Hearts games. And they are big into the Kingdom Hearts games. They're like, oh, where are you starting? I was like, yeah, I was going to start with the first one, replay that, get into the sequels. And they were like, oh, just so you know, the numbered ones aren't the only sequels. And I was like, I did not know that. Okay, what are the other ones? Tell me. The amount of fucking sequels the Kingdom Hearts games got, I did not realize the level it got to. And so, across so many different, like, there was forms of media. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a website game that was a sequel, and it had, like, actual story elements in it. It was, there's a lot. And I'm, like, sure, I think some of you can't play now, which means some of the stories just lost to time, and you just have to read it. It's, yeah. It's nuts. How about Aliens versus Predator versus Jason versus Freddy versus Leprechaun versus Toxic Avenger? Wasn't there a new Toxic Avenger recently? Hell yeah. You think it has 3 games, try 13, and they're all canon. Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah. That was a revelation to me. I did not realize that it was that intense. I just thought, I think the third one had come out not that long ago, and I was like, oh, I could play the trilogy. And they're just like, what do you mean trilogy? You mean the anthology, right? You mean the whole fucking thing, right? God. Yeah, imagine if they brought Leprechaun into Dead by Daylight. I mean, I guess they've got a killer that has a little guy with them. That's close enough, you know. You don't know how annoyed I got when I found out that the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game is canon and pushes the plot forward. Yeah. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty bad. Well, it's, you know, whatever. It's pretty crazy. Do they at least do, like, recaps? You don't know how... Yeah. I'm fucking dismayed that they didn't do Kairi any justice with that again. Did they screw her over in the rhythm game? Jesus. She can't catch a break. I remember also seeing... I think they showed me some pictures where it was like, these 2 characters aren't the same, but these 2 are. And it was like 2 characters that looked exactly the same that aren't the same, and 2 characters that look completely separate that are the same. And it was like, okay, well, this was clearly like I'd stumbled onto a wealth of knowledge about Kingdom Hearts that it was fueled by, I think, a frustration of what they've done. You know, I want you to understand that the rhythm game is the first game where she is the main character and you play her for maybe 3 seconds. Okay, yeah, that is pretty bad. Is she really a main character at that point? Damn. They're just a character. That's rough. That is rough. Okay, so I think, this game does look really pretty. And some of the combat and shit looks interesting. I remember seeing this at the Game Awards. Yeah, and this was there's the Drunken Master thing, and then it seems like you then later get the Drunken Master moveset. I do remember this now. Does it go on the excited list? I don't know if I'm that excited for it. I think... I don't know. I think I've played... I've played... God, what were their names? I always get them mixed up. There's 2 games I've played that are Souls-likes. That are... there's one when you're a monkey. Wukong. Yeah, video game. I played this, and then I played Fallen Feathers. Wu Chang. Okay, that's why I get them confused. Because they're, you know, they both start with Wu and end in G. Ask the question, if this was a Devil May Cry game instead of a new IP, how hype would you be? That is though, that's part, I'm not saying I'm outside of the problem. I'm fully willing to admit I am also part of the problem, okay? There's several things that if it was like, right, Devil May Cry 6, I'd be like, you know, I'd lose my fucking mind. I'd be slobbering, you know, and they could be like, it's coming out in 5 years, and I'd be like, woo, good shit. And then I'd get burnt out on it, you know. I'm part of the problem, okay? I'm not innocent in this. I still think it's a problem. And I'm right there with everyone else, okay? There's all things we're all hyped for. It still sucks. There should be new IP. It's, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, what was I saying with these? If they told me Larian was doing a remake of the KOTOR games, I'd get so hyped. Yeah. That, see, that's the thing, is like, Star Wars, I think this is quite sad. I've loved Star Wars for so long. I was a proper little Star Wars nerd as a kid. I think I've forgotten so much about the Old Republic, okay? So there's a lot I don't know now, but at surprising moments in my life, little nuggets of information have shot up into my brain and be like, oh yeah, I know that guy. He does this, that, and the other. I know about fucking Yaddle, okay? This, over time of me being a Star Wars fanboy, has slowly died out over the sequel trilogy with the films. They're making a lot of the stuff not canon anymore. Honestly, I think that's... There was a lot of weird shit out there. There was a lot of OP people in the world of Star Wars. I think it was completely fair that when Disney took the Star Wars everything and they decanonized a lot of stuff. I think that's completely fair, honestly. I think if you were going to make something out of it, that's the only way you're really going to be able to do it, because people would be like, what about Thwothar Thick-Thack that could have destroyed... He was supposed to be on that planet, and he could have killed this guy by clicking his fingers, so that story doesn't really make sense. Instead, he can be like, yeah, he doesn't actually exist, so... You know, so it's fine. They can do that. I think that makes sense. How about Subnautica 2? We were saying that the devs have been treated badly about Subnautica, so we're not. I don't think it's ever going to come out. I think that's what my stance on Subnautica 2 was. I don't think it's ever going to actually exist. I don't think it's happening. It is slated it's supposed to come out this year. I don't think it's going to happen. And I think if it does, it's not going to be as good as Subnautica 1 at all. But yeah, I think over time, Star Wars has died a slow death for me. I've really liked the Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor were really good. I really liked them. Like the Jedi series, the newer one. I think Cal Kestis is a really cool character. I like him. I also think, weirdly enough, for those that haven't seen Gotham, I feel like that guy's a really good actor, and he's still one of the better Jokers, even though he's not actually the Joker that's existed. I think he's pretty good. He's in Gotham, and he's like a proto-Joker, but he's not actually the Joker. But he's a good Joker, you know. If they just slapped Joker as a label on it, it would have been fantastic. But that was because of the whole Batman embargo thing, which is a whole fucking Warner Brothers thing. Anyway, I remember reading into that. It was weird. But yeah, I can't get hyped for Star Wars anymore. I just can't do it. I genuinely think the last stone was Star Wars Outlaws was the last one. If they'd done that right, I think the fanboy spirit that would have been reignited in my soul would have been insane. I would have been right there, front line, going nuts for it. Alakest? Wait, there's another game. When's Dawn thing? Vampire game. Wait, there's a... Hold on. This isn't a complete list because there's undated ones. We've got to the undated section of the list. That's why there's a bunch that was missing. We are now in the... I played Outlaws and was not disappointed. I didn't like the character that much. I think it was blown way out of fucking proportion how bad the character was. I didn't really gel with them that much. Do you know what I wanted it to be? I wanted Star Wars Outlaws to be Star Wars 1313, which it was ages ago. There was the whole 1313 thing. I wanted that. And Star Wars Outlaw was fine. And I think it's cool. I love the idea of having more Star Wars shows and games that exist in the universe but aren't necessarily all about Jedis, you know? Give us a Mandalorian game. Give us a bounty hunter game. You know? A modern Star Wars bounty hunter game. That'd be rad as shit. What made me fall out of love Star Wars was the Disney Plus shows. Mando and Ahsoka are watchable. I watched Mando season 1 and 2. I really liked it. I haven't watched Ahsoka. I fell off with a lot of it. I think genuinely I was watching Mandalorian 1 and 2, and that like kept the flickering embers of my fanboy soul going for a little bit, and it's just died out. No one fanned the flames for a bit, and it's just died. God, we got a lot of shit in this list. Fuck me. There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot that's undated. So it's everything that's been said 2029 that has not been given a date. The Acolyte fully killed it for me. I've heard that there was like a few cool concepts here and there for Acolyte, but I heard that from someone who's a massive Star Wars fanboy, which immediately makes me worried. Because like, if that guy can't talk it up, what the fuck is it? You know what I mean? So I haven't watched Acolyte. I've watched a bit of Ahsoka, but I haven't watched all of it. I think I've run out of steam with it. And even if I was still a fanboy, I think by the end of when's that game coming out? When is the fate of the Old Republic? When's that game coming out? It's release date. 2030. Yeah. Alright, so it's only 4 years away, but I think that's still too long. Look at Covenant too. Covenant? What's Covenant? Is it just called Covenant? I don't know why I just searched Covenant and left it at that. Game. This looks interesting. Okay, I want this. We'll look at that in a sec. What was that game? Judas? Does that have an update? This is a game I'm interested in. I don't remember when it said. Initial release date, December of 2025. It ain't out yet. So, what's happening? I'm pretty sure it ain't out yet. I would have heard about it. Yeah, we don't know what's happening with this. I think we haven't been given a date or anything. This I'm excited for because it's essentially a spiritual successor to BioShock. But yeah, I played these two, and I think these have kind of killed the spirit for me a bit. I played a bit of this, and it was fun, but it kind of died out for me. This, it was fine, but I didn't rev my engine. What was the other? What else we were going to look at? Alakest. What was this? All right, we'll look at this first. To be announced. Okay. It looks cool. you guys ever played Might and Magic? Combat kind of reminds me of that. Lots of spiked walls you can push people into, and they just go. I should play these games again. Those are good old ones. Oh, I love that. I love doing that in games. Oblivion, Dark Messiah, Souls, yeah. I like that. Okay, this is very ambitious. Okay, I think I'll leave that there for now. I think I'm interested to see where this goes. I'd need to see more the complete thing. What was the game that I want to look at? Dawn Walker? When's this coming out? Blood of the Dawn Walker. I think it might be 2026. Schedule. Okay, does it have... We haven't had an update. It's still just 2026. 3 days ago. Launch year special. Okay, so they're still saying... Let's have a look. This is the most recent thing they've put out. Hold on, actually, before we do that, let's have a look at that. I did say we'd look at Covenant.
You were right. The winds are changing.
Messenger sent from above, with martial arts, secret magic, and ancient weapons.
Dissonant.
Have I seen this?
It was the 77th year. Dawn of the Composer War. The day of Malak's fall. And my eyes adapted to the dark.
A great sword guards the city, and it faces everywhere.
Another bird falls from its nest. Then come and let us have words. 100 kingdoms could not stop what is coming.
If you do this, you shall never see rest, save to strip the dead.
So be it.
This looks too good. I immediately, like the last two, that and Alakest, they both look really good, and that worries me. That's all I'm gonna, I hope it does come out and it looks like that. It looks really cool. But that it's all very cinematic, which makes sense because it's a trailer for that. It's not the right place for a gameplay trailer, but hopefully that is exciting, and we'll see when that pops up. This is a game I'm very interested in, though. I want to see what the latest update is. I've been playing lots of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Okay, I'm in deep with the vampires. Show me. Alright, I don't give a shit. Show me your progress, boy. Looking back at 2025, I don't care. Thank you, Rebel Wolves. Is this actual news? The main theme. Okay. Is this just 2026? Fate Keeper is another one. Okay. Alright, they've got...
Imagine what wonders await.
Beta in-game footage, actual gameplay. Here we go. Want to put some gameplay with the gameplay? Alright, yeah. This is the same sort of stuff we were shown before, right?
I will fix it.
Yeah, okay. I want to know what's happening. They did do the cool, like, yeah, they did do this, which was fair. So it's on its way. I just want to know when it's gonna. What quarter of the year do they want it in? Fate Keeper, okay. Fate Keeper. Do you think it's got a trailer? It does. Hi. I like this already.
Ambush. This road is as perilous as it is joyless.
The greatest peril to my senses.
Okay. The second voice sort of lost me. I don't mean to be mean, but right off the bat, this feels like voice. If someone asked me to do voices for two creatures having a conversation in a game, and I want this kind of sounds like what I do.
Ambush. This road is as perilous as it is joyless.
The greatest peril to my senses. Your stench and the sorry shape that bears it.
Yeah. Isn't that one that got a lot of attention because of the rat? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I immediately was more interested because of the rat. I don't know what it is. The rat took my interest, so I'm into it.
See how choosy you'll be when the void invites you in.
Spirits preserve me. Just get back in the
Not into this guy's voice though. It's just the rat.
But remember, we must reach the moon gate.
Am I Fate Keeper, King of Rats?
That's a sick sword. Be opened.
I still pray we might find survivors.
That voice needs some work. Am I like undead or something? That's the only thing that would make me think that that voice matches up. There. Nice. I do like. Okay. I'm into this idea that we're getting more games like this. Impactful. There's a lot of. It seems like a lot of these games are going for impactful combat, which I really enjoy. It always feels really nice. We've had a lot of games, like there's a lot of games out there where it's like,
Go for now, youngling. Let's see what this place has.
you just keep hitting enemies and their health bar goes down. You know what I mean?
Do you know my age, rodent?
Your years mean little. This is your first vigil.
Kingdom Come Deliverance vibes. Yeah, yeah.
You are a neophyte.
Push this type of game forward. Yeah.
Enjoy
Yeah.
the title.
I still need to play Kingdom Come 2. Still haven't played it. I'm into this. I'm intrigued. The main character's voice is not grabbing me though, I can't deny. It seems a bit, like I want a bit more clarity in what he's saying, you know? At least the rat's got more clarity than the human, which seems off. That's very pretty. Haven't seen something outside of Resident Evil that's like that, and I've always loved it. Fucking with stuff when you're examining it to get other cool stuff. Love it. I mean, this is a chest and you open it, but you know, that's cool. I like that. I'll mess with that. And you haven't played many Ace Attorney games. I've played none. That's another franchise I do want to break into. I'm not gonna. Ooh, nice. I'm not gonna commit. The only thing I'm committing to, okay, for this year so far, is that in the month of January, I'm going to be continuing with Expedition 33. That's it. That's all I'm committing to. The Night Wanderer? What? Is that another game? I'm hoping that if he takes the helmet off, he speaks clearer. If the game's that cool with it, that's kind of rad, and I fuck with that. If he just sounds like that, you know, cool because there are 10 Ace Attorney games. That makes sense.
Did I jump scare you?
Hey,
Yeah,
Snacks.
I bet I did.
How you doing, buddy? Hi and bye. Bye. Thanks for the jump scare. Just a fucking drive-by? Damn. Okay, what was it? The Night Wanderer. I think we've seen pretty much all the Night Manager. Anyway. Wanderer. Samson. Let's have a look at this. Are these all coming out this year?
They said it came out of the icy waves of the North Sea. Born of its raging expanse.
Samson might, okay.
They said he emerged out of the night.
This is an announcement, so we're just gonna get a story, aren't we? There's a knight in a spaceship? That's interesting.
She died.
Love me some anachronisms.
Earth to fire. And to the warrior.
This immediately gives me Ark vibes for some reason. I think it's the blending of like old and new technology.
Wrong.
I don't think there's much gameplay,
But
but I think it's a bit of a Souls / Lord's Fallen / Surge. That makes sense. Just in the scale of like the enemy that just came at him, that does make sense. That's cool though. Interesting. Mixing of technologies, always kind of interesting to see. Samson. Game. Is this it?
Tindleston, asshole of the world. Everyone's either paying, collecting, or buried in between. My past mistakes are catching up.
Got a lot of games that are looking good now.
Desperation's the currency. You can't outrun debt.
That run to camera was a bit goofy.
Freeze interest.
The cars kind of looked a little shit there.
You can curl up and die in the street. Or you can fight the fuck back.
Alright. Looks interesting. I don't think that's fully caught me, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'd need to see more than that. So that didn't really get me. But that might be all the games that we're kind of looking at, though. Let's see if there's any catch our eye in this area. Crisis X, Cthulhu. Danger Mouse? Hell yeah. Evil Inside VR. Game of Thrones, War for Westeros. Marvel's Wolverine, yeah. Mortal Shell 2. I still need to play the Metro games. I forget that that's the thing. I bought them all, and I do want to play them through. I played the first Metro. Really, I think when it first came out, and I wasn't super into it. Oh my god! Okay, yeah, Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia. Let's put this on the list. Let's get some background for this. There we go. Prince of Persia. Yeah, I'll just put Sands of Time. That's on the list. Remake. See, this is what I was saying. I'm not immune. Okay? The remakes suck. We should be getting more original IP. I am not a saint, okay? Had Battlestar Galactica scattered hopes on there? I've never been into Battlestar Galactica. Thought you disliked Needless Remix. Yeah, it is. No, I was saying I'm not immune to it. By any means. I'm part of the problem as well. I still agree it's a problem. Sudden Strike. My dad used to play those games all the time. Dusk Bloods. Wasn't that kind of Bloodborne-y? Is that only on Switch 2? What the fuck? Is that exclusive to Switch? That's odd. There we go. Titan Quest 2. Yeah, Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis. I don't know what it was about. Because that's the remake, isn't it? They're remaking Tomb Raider 1 again. This is where it's a factor. I was a big Tomb Raider fan. How many? I think they've remade it 3 times already. They don't need to remake it again. Well, I think this is the second remake. I think they've remade it once, remastered it, re-released it, I think like 3 or 4 times. Nintendo offered them a deal to make a game for the Switch 2 and they decided to experiment. That is fair. I mean, fair. But I'm not. The problem is, I'm not getting a Switch 2. So, that's a shame. I'm going to miss out. Yeah. So, I doubt I'll play. I do like Tomb Raider, and I loved the trilogy. I say that. I loved the first 2 of the trilogy they made that was like kind of the reboot, the slightly grittier reboot. I didn't play the 3rd one. I've never played it. But I really liked the first 2. They had a little mini game in the 2nd one where you had to just try and survive in the wilderness and collect artifacts. Oh, I loved playing that. It was really, really fun. It was really good. I sunk a good chunk of time in that. What was it? Sorry. No Law looks kind of GTA Cyberpunk. Yeah, I think we did look into No Law, didn't we? I think it didn't grab me, from what I remember. Yeah, I think it was this one. Or is it? Yeah, it is this one. I don't think this super grabbed me. It looks very Cyberpunk.
No oversight. Said the city needed order.
But I'm not.
They'd be the ones to bring it. Keeping the peace.
I'm not certain it's going to give me anything that Cyberpunk doesn't. You know what I mean?
They're going to learn something real simple.
See how it goes. This isn't one I'd be jumping to buy, I'll say that. Unless maybe I like see it on. I remember this bit, I liked that he does the thing. It was cool. But yeah, I probably wouldn't be jumping to buy this one unless it was like on offer or something. Yeah. And what is Ontos? Ontos. Oh, you did. Yeah, I think you told me about this one. Yeah. I remember the rats. This was it. Yeah, I am interested in this. I also need to play Soma, which I bought it a long time ago. Is this coming out in 2026?
What is existence?
It is, yeah.
Sure.
Alright, I'm putting this on the list. I think that's fair.
Surely a question without an answer. Your father thought he knew, and it inspired him to grant wishes.
Who's there? Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's why all of us are here. You want to understand, to know. Then you have to step beyond the walls surround you.
I like this.
Play your father's game.
Sounds like Jeffrey Rush.
Push the very limits.
I was thinking,
until your reality itself.
Stellan Skarsgård, is that his name?
Breaks.
Sounds a bit like him. Combination of the two. They both had a baby. Alright. I think that might honestly be it. That might be all that we're excited for. Ooh, Slay the Spire 2 early access. I'll wait and see. Star Wars Zero Company. What was this? What's Star Wars Zero Company? Is there no other trailer other than the announcement? It's probably not coming out this year then, huh?
Talk about the big moments. The crisis points. Planetary invasions. All-out assault.
Is indeed Skarsgård. Yeah.
Truth is, there's a war you don't see.
I hope it's good. You know, whatever. I'm burnt out on Star Wars. I don't want any more Star Wars. Can we let it rest? You know what? I think I'd be all right. You know what? I think this is the thing. I'm okay with some of the remakes and sequels coming from ones that haven't had remakes and sequels. You know? I think the only one that's allowed a pass for some reason in my mind is horror. For some reason, you don't have to give a shit. And I think this is more specifically films. I don't think you have to give a shit about the horror film sequels. Because traditionally, they never really have. So, like, why would they change that now? It's the fact that everything else has kind of taken that on, you know? It's rough. Okay. I'm curious about the Sinking City, because Sinking City 2 is coming out, but supposedly this year. But I haven't played the first one, which it sounds like it'd be right up my alley. I've just never got around to it. Yeah, I think that might be it for our what's coming up in 2026. This was the thing. I haven't done Guess the Game in this time either. So, Boltgun 2 if you're a Doom Warhammer nerd. I don't think I did play Boltgun 1. For some reason, I didn't really get into it. I don't know why. I think, to be honest, that might have just been a case of the fact that I wasn't in the right headspace for it. I think if I went back and played it when I was in more of a Doom mood, I probably would have been absolutely fine. But I didn't, alas. So, yeah. But, yeah. I think that is it for the list. The final list. Let's tell you what. Let's show it off proper. You know? Show it off properly. This is my list. And it's fucking huge. Here we go. Here we go. So this is games excited for. Which ironically sounds like a sequel. But it's not, I promise. This is an original. Actually, this is the second time I've done this. So maybe I am the problem. I'm the one that's causing another sequel, you know? Yeah, there we go. These are the ones I'm excited for. We've got Kern, which is pretty good. I will say, the ones I haven't really put on here, there's a couple I haven't put on here. Never got into Nioh. I will say, Nioh 1 is fine. Nioh 2, fantastic game. I played Nioh 3 demo, and basically I'm in the position where I'm hoping it's good, but I'm a little bit... I'm scared. I'm worried, okay, about Nioh 3. Reanimal, I think that's on there, but it's, again, something... Because basically, I watched the Reanimal trailer today, and it was basically making me think I need to play Little Nightmares 2 and 3. Which we were saying I might potentially do this year. If I can convince Amy to play Little Nightmares 3 with me, that'd be a good time. Thought you were keen on Control. I completely fucking forgot about Control. Oh my god, wait, is that this year? Is that this year? Thank you. What was it called? Resonant. March, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Resonant. Let's have a look. Just says 2026. So that'll be why it wasn't in the listed ones. You're absolutely right though. That should be on the list, and realistically, so should the Blood of the Dawn Walker. Blood of Dawn Walker. Control Resonant. I am definitely up for Control Resonant. There we go. That's better. So there they are. These are the ones. Again, I should say clearly, this is probably not a complete list. There might be others I'm excited for, but these are them for now. Because I might have forgotten some others. GTA 6, I'm not fucking excited for. I could not give a shit about GTA 6. Genuinely. Don't give a fuck. Tired of it. But yeah, I think 007, I'm hopeful for, because I think I haven't played like a Uncharted type, And it seems like it might be a bit of a Uncharted Hitman mix. So I'm excited for this. Which it makes sense, because it seems like it might just be an Uncharted game made by the people that made Hitman, and they've just kind of used some of the knowledge they had from that in this. So it makes sense. It could be really good. I'm excited for it. Sands of Time remake. I think I'm excited for that. It's gonna be good. I think I am reluctant to say that I'm excited for it. See, there's 2 remakes on here, and I'm sort of excited for the Sands of Time remake because it's like I just love Sands of Time, but I have played it recently, and I hope they don't fuck it up. Fatal Frame 2 remake. I'm excited to play Fatal Frame 2. It's just quite handy there's a remake coming out. So I was gonna try and play a Fatal Frame game when we do our next round of scary games. Handily, there's one coming out this year. So, Ontos, yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. That's gonna be quite a cool. It's very. If they took the concept of BioShock in that there's like scientists not asking if they should and just seeing how far they could push things in like a horror game, I like that a lot. So there's a lot of possibilities there. Blood of the Dawnwalker and Control Resonant. I think my #1 game I'm excited for, which is worrying because they haven't updated it with a release date, which means either it's late this year or not this year, is Blood of the Dawnwalker. I'm a huge vampire nerd that I'm excited for a good vampire game. Because genuinely, I think I've only played okay vampire games until I played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is a phenomenal vampire game, and I'm hoping, if I'm greedy, I get another good vampire game after not much time. That would be incredible. So I'm excited for that. So, we could have a look and see if we could do some Guess the Game now that we've done that. Let's have a gander. I was trying to work this one out, and I feel like I've played this. So I looked at this before when I opened up the tab, and I'm really not sure. I think I've played this. I don't know. But like this little like resonance spot thing, I don't know. It feels familiar. Skip. I don't know. Is this... What is this? This isn't a Fallout game, is it? Surely not. It would be Fallout 4, wouldn't it? They didn't have glowies like that, did they? No. Oh, is this, what's that game? Looks familiar? Yeah. I'm thinking... Remnant? How do you spell remnant? Remnant. 2? I think Remnant 2 was... Oh, okay, it's Remnant 1. It's Remnant 1. Yeah, Remnant from the Ashes. There we go, we got it. Nailed it. Okay. We still, we're doing well. Let's play some previous days, because we've missed a lot. Look at this. I was up to date until a certain point. I mean, I haven't done all of them. So I want to get up to date and then go back again. I want to keep playing this, because this is really fun. I really like Guess the Game. I really don't know what this is, though. Can't guess from the pipes. This looks familiar for some reason. I don't think it is this. Looks Hitman so far. I was thinking... I think maybe you're right. I'm going to go with what I was thinking, though, which was Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I don't think this is right. Never fucking mind, I was correct. There we go. What were the other ones? This would have given it to me, yeah. Yeah, okay. Apparently, I know what the brickwork looks like in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Hell yeah, dude. I'm nailing this. Okay. We happy few? No. What is this? What are you? Wait, no. What is that? It's a little creature, but there's like brickwork on a street. Oh, is this gonna be... There was that game. Atomfell? Atomfall? No. What the fuck? There's penguins? What the fuck is this? Who are you? PC, Xbox One. Oh, I think this might be a walking game. I think you walk around in it a lot. And I think it's like slightly spooky, but not much happens. You know what kind of game I mean? Like, there's one. I can't remember what it's called though. I might skip. RPG? I'm clueless on this one. What remains of Edith Finch? I don't think it is that. 2019. Okay, there's kids. $2019. What the fuck? I've got nothing. Wait. First? Rapture? Oh, what? Was it Everybody Goes to the Rapture? Or is it just called Rapture? Not Repo. Everybody's gone to the Rapture. Pathologic 2. Okay, yeah, never played it, never even seen that game. Ah, we lost one. Never mind. Never mind. It screams Arc to me for some reason. Not Arc Area. What was that? No? 86%. Oh, Sons of the Forest? Maybe? Yeah! Look, Sons of the Forest from first? Yeah, you were on it. You were on it. Yeah, yeah. I saw a stick on the floor on a beach and thought, Ark. Terrible. This is interesting. Okay. What's this from? Bard. 74%. I don't know why I want to say Time Splitters Future Perfect for some reason. Fuck it, I'm going with it. Splitters Future Perfect. No. Oh, who are you? This is making me think Arkham. Arkham Origins? Arkham Origins? There we go. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this was not fucking... I can't remember. What were my other guesses? Time Splitters Future Perfect. This looks way too good for Time Splitters Future Perfect. Genuinely, there's a guard that looks a bit like that. Never played that one. It was fine. I think people went nuts over it being bad. It wasn't that bad. Donkey Kong Country. Oh! Donkey... I've never played a Donkey Kong game. Donkey Kong. Is it 2? Nailed it. Never played a Donkey Kong game. Never ever. But I've seen it. For some reason I can recognize it. What are you? This is making me think Mario, Sonic, or Persona for some reason. It's not Persona. No, it's not Mario. The boats are too real. Maybe Sonic? What if it's Sonic 6? Everyone's favorite. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Rush. It's not a Sonic game. Okay. 82, that says Nintendo, which means it's probably... I might have been right. It might be a Mario game. Super Circuit. It is a Mario Kart? I have to figure out which Mario Kart it is? Oh my god. Okay. It's on the Wii. Okay, well, Mario Kart Wii it is then. Alright, we got there. We got there. Wow, yeah, I thought they looked way too real to be a Mario game. I don't know, I've never seen Super Circuit, but it was the first suggested. What barrels are these? Those look quite good. But that looks okay. Which means we're thinking like good looking non-movable assets. Slightly jankier movable assets. I say that, the food doesn't look that good. Thinking Thief? Yeah. I think you're right. That might be the right time period at very least. That's not how you spell Thief. I always get that wrong for Thief. Okay, let's go first one. No. Okay. PS4, Xbox One, PC. They're all in cowboy gear. RPG then, looking at that. Yeah. What's a Wild West? That come out at that time? Fuck it, Wild... Wasn't there a game called Wild West? The Wild West. Is that it? No. Find the Smuggler. Action role-playing game. There's so many different games this could do. West. Did you go? Old West. Wild. Guns Reloaded. No. I don't know. I'm way off. I got nothing. Do you know what it is? West something? Let's go with West. You know what? I looked at West of Dead and ignored it. Greedfall. I've seen this name. I've never seen the game. Is a GM something? Yeah. Greedfall, apparently. This looks like what? Edith. Edith. No? Okay. Alright, we got Trenches. Agreed, that's the one. Tried it, refunded. Was not very good. What's this? Wasn't for me. That's fair. That is fair. PS4, PC, Xbox One. Nothing on this. I feel like this is a Battlefield game. No. Yeah? Battlefield. 2142. What's a recent one? What year was it? I mean, it was Xbox One, PS4. I don't want to go with that. Okay, it is a Battlefield. 2042? Now, this is old. DICE. 2016? Yeah. Way off. I should have looked at the date. Let's go Bad Company 2. It was Battlefield 1? That came out that late? Damn. Okay. One, whichever World War 1 was. Yeah, apparently it was 1. Shit. Oh, I've lost it. I've lost... Is this a... What is this? Tank gave that away. See, I'm not familiar with my Battlefield things. Rugrats. It's not Rugrats. Maybe it is Rugrats, and I'm doubting myself. What if? Search for Reptar. It's not Rugrats. Okay. Not rated. What? It must be old then. What is this? Jeff Goober. Seepage? Skabob? Resist? Bilbo? What is this? Party Battle Royale? I haven't played this then. I definitely haven't played this. Oh, is this Squid Game thing? Was it sort of Squid Gamey? Squid Game? Okay, it's not Squid Game. 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 Crab Game? Crab Game! There we go. I thought it might have been. Thought it might have been that. How? Okay, so I can't get Battlefield 1, but I can get Crab Game. Okay, this is kind of 50s Art Deco. Full Pout 4. No? Okay. Looks like VR chat gone wrong. Yeah, yeah. That looks like the tamest VR chat ever, I gotta say. This looks good fidelity. Xbox. Okay, so this is PS4, PS5. So it's on the crossover, which means like it could have been out any time, like in the last few years. Because they've only just stopped porting to PS4. I got nothing on this one. Oh, Outlast Trials. This is Outlast Trials. That's such a tough. Well, it's fucking. What about this screams Outlast Trials? I guess if I'd played it more. I've only played it once. If I'd played it more, I might have clocked it. Okay, car. I don't know. Are we in a car? For some reason, this is making me think Silent Hill. I don't know why. Silent Hill 2, right? It is Silent Hill 2. Okay. Well, I have played that, so that makes sense. There we go. Right, we've got 3 left until we're caught up. Is this Ghouls and Ghosts? Is this what it's called? Ghouls and Ghosts? No. What is this? Oregon Trail? No. Is it Super Ghouls and Ghosts? If it didn't give me Ghouls and Ghosts. No. What is this? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, it said it was too old. So it is old. It's not trying to look old. I got nothing on this one. I feel like I know it. It's in there somewhere. Is it a Castlevania? Castlevania. It is a Castlevania. Castlevania 3. Castlevania 2! Damn it. At least I clocked it was Castlevania. That's something, you know? That's something. Splatoon? 2. Nailed it. First try. Hell yeah. I did play Splatoon 2. Play a bunch of it. It's pretty fun. Atomfall. I don't know why. I haven't... Atomfell. Right, I haven't played Atomfall. Okay, PS4. Maybe a Wolfenstein? Sniper Elite? That's a good call. Let's try a Sniper Elite. Yeah, it'd be a later one. 4? Was that on? No, okay, it's not a slow... Not a, FPS. Okay, so it is first person. I'm thinking maybe a Wolfenstein. The New Colossus. It is a Wolfenstein. 2015. Okay, so it's the first Wolfenstein when they came back. Which I think is the Old Blood. Yeah, there we go. Right, there we go. We're all caught up. Wait, no. There's a new one. What is this? We got mushrooms. We got some very... It's old grass and trees. This is old. Or it's not supposed to be looked at that close. 76%. Fable 2. PS3 era, yeah. Oh, Crash Bandicoot 2. No. What is this? Oh, is this action role playing? I don't know if it's Overlord. Overlord. Nailed it. Nailed it. Never played it. Heard it's a very fun game, though. Heard it's very fun. Right. We've got caught up. I guess the game. We can go back and play more of the older ones. But for now, we're still... I'm feeling like we had a bit of a rough patch there, but I've been out of the game too long, okay? That's my excuse. That's my excuse. So, I think I am now going to raid out. Let's find someone to raid out to. Let's have a good little time, huh? Oh yeah, follow me. Who've we got? We got a bunch of people. There's so many people streaming. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize how many people I knew streaming until I wasn't streaming, and then had to go live notifications for everyone, which was a lot. I know I follow a lot of people that stream, as it turns out. So, where do we fancy going? We got Suppy Guppy, we got Noctis, we got so many people. We got Speed. We raided out to Speed recently. Tell you what, I don't think we've raided out to Game Sandwich in a little while. The raiding system agrees. So there we go. We are going to be raiding out to Game Sandwich Official. Much love. Thank you all for hanging out. We're going to be playing some more games in the future. I'm going to be going back to the lovely, the illustrious Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That is what is planned. Plus, potentially, playing some more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, because I am fucking loving that game. It is my jam at the moment, honestly. Might play some in a bit, not gonna lie. We'll see how it goes. I might be too tired. Anyway, much love. Thank you all for coming along for my ramblings, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully. See you tomorrow. Bye! Bye! Ba-ba-ba-ba.